Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 20, The Herald of Norgorber. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the Bloody Rizzolo.
Always great to be here, a little more disheveled than usual.
Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
Ah, that's what you get today.
Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Heartseeker.
I am not a PNG today.
And always, I am Lumby Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra found a mathematical mystery. As Khan walked into a strange operating room, covered floor to ceiling in chaotic mathematics from another realm, her brilliant brain was blasted by illogical math. As she screamed in pain, Khan grabbed the attention of 4 amalgamites, bizarre contorted creatures, the unfortunate side effect of unskilled wizards attempting the teleport spell. Making quick work of the malformed casters, Lux Et Umbra set their eyes upon the chiseled physique of Pavarish 19, an inevitable centaur strapped to a gurney. Through teamwork and clever crafting, Zavid and Khan were able to not only repair Pavarish 19 enough to regain consciousness, but also built him a pair of new arms to replace the ones surgically removed by the amalgamites. As the Inevitable's faculties returned to him, a great amount of detail was revealed about the Inevitables. Most of those details were spotted by Reese and Danny in between wiping away their drool. Inevitables begin as mortals, but convert themselves to the lawful constructs by discovering mathematical secrets of the universe and carve them into their own bodies. As such, so too can the math be corrupted. Every equation upon his body defaced, Pavarish 19 realized his corruption would act like a virus, infecting all Inevitables in the realm of Axis. Insistent on finding an alchemical cure, Lux Et Umbra pressed onwards. Avoiding a trap pointed out by Hamilkai, Zavid chose a different path south into what appeared to be a conference room. 2 Axiomite Grave Knights had a contract devil cornered, and a powerful Fae was shouting about unfulfilled contracts nearby. Silent as the grave, Zavid signaled for his compatriots to spring a surprise trap to help the devil. Throwing herself into the fray, perhaps a little too zealously, Khan took an absolute beating, yet still came out covered in mostly the blood of everyone else in the room. Introducing herself as Phlegomi, the contract devil was ever grateful and offered future aid if needed as she disappeared in a gout of flame. Beyond a heavy door was a frigid room 4 stories tall. A dozen or more finely dressed people's bodies were hanged from hooks by their shoulders. Immediately bargaining for their freedom, they soon revealed they were all petitioners of Axis, kidnapped by those here in the Lost Silhouette. The forces of the secret shade would remove unwanted information from the minds of those they interrogated, magically tattoo them onto those stored petitioners, then release them to their death into the trapped maze within. Lux Et Umbra quickly removed the petitioners as Hamilkai rushed them out to the surface. Further beyond a great hallway were several smaller rooms, so the ultimate strategy was enacted. Split the party! Zavid discovered an alchemy lab run by Karumzek's autonomous spider-like consects programmed to craft alchemical concoctions. Reese and Danny discovered the private chambers of a strange 4-legged brain creature known as an intellect devourer. Reading its mind and wading through the cacophony of voices stored within, Danny discovered the secret to disabling the Karumzek spiders in addition to a powerful wand of trickery. As the Mission Impossible music played, Khan rat-maxed and tumbled over the beakers and Bunsen burners to disable and reprogram the alchemy bots. In the process, she also discovered what they were working on, the powerful Serum of Truth. Pushing on to find the putty to help Pavarish 19, Zavid opened the door upon another laboratory. Humid and dank, a massive mound of slime mold sits upon a table, massive tendrils reaching over to 2 bodies beside as the spider bots silently tinker. That's where we're coming back in today, but as per usual, we come in the infinite floating void upon the hero card mat of Baba Yaga, the dozen basketball court-sized cards with familiar PCs are sitting in front of you. Baba Yaga taking up the entire horizon, flowered dress, raven locks floating around her. She looks down to you all and says, "Welcome back, players! My goodness, 5 weeks in a row. That's fantastic. Wow. I think that's a new record for sure." But I believe today it is Elliot's turn. So please step forward, step forward. 4 remain. Who will it be?
If you guys want, take your bets on who I'm gonna pick.
We already did.
Oh, man,
you went AFK.
You guys are so good. Oh, God, you guys are so smart.
We're doing some advanced gambling.
Yep, we did advanced.
All right, so there's a few choices, and God, loved Merla. I loved Sir Hop. He was fun. But if there's any character that I haven't really like engaged with because I haven't been in a game with them, it's Lumpy. So I'm gonna go pick Lumpy for this one.
We were all wrong.
Interesting.
We're
All
all
of us were
wrong.
wrong. Very interesting.
I feel like Khan would be like
Bronzer.
too close to something that Reese can already have if it's an individual card. So that's the only reason why I didn't pick her.
You know what Cons is gonna be? Do everything better.
Yeah.
That's the.
Better.
Don't you want to be better?
Don't you
Why
want to
just
be
make it
better?
better?
Come on, why wouldn't you want to just be better at absolutely everything? Lumby Bronzam, eh? One of the gardeners of Corvosa. Yes, definitely a good ally to Lux Et Umbra. She is the chosen of Abadar, god of cities, finance, and law. Let's see what she has for you. Baba Yaga reaches down her massive hand, flips over the card, and there before you was Lumby Bronzarm, the mini mountain. Small halfling, small even by halfling standards. Dusty blonde hair and a deep, deep tan. She has a shield on either arm. Looks up to you and she has green eyes with golden flecks. And she looks up to you and says,
Hey there, Elliot. Nice to see you. It's been a while since you had Reese go over to Corvosa. Well, you've really made a lot of progress. I'm super excited to see where it goes from here. But, you know, the overlady here, she wanted me to write this out for you. And
she pulls out a scroll and a couple of receipts and tax forms fall out of her pocket and she shoves them aside. But she picks up a scroll and begins to read.
Believe it or not, no need to despair. A little safety I'll guarantee. Stopping a crit with a shield and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's Lumpy. When the PC or an ally is hit with a critical hit, the card can be played to make a perfect shield from Abadar's full vault appear and intercept the strike, becoming a critical miss.
Wow.
Ooh, that's really nice. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
and you have some pretty gnarly fights coming up.
Ow.
So this could potentially save you bacon.
It's sizzling, that's for sure.
Indeed. So
This will
Reese-
be good in case we go up against Urgathoa and she's got like a soul reaping scythe or some cool bullshit like that where it's like if you die you can't be resurrected or something. Critical
yeah,
hit.
if you die to a crit, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. Yes, this could be a game-changing card in the right moment. So I have put that in your inventory. It's called Lumpy Bronzarm the Mini Mountain. It can be used at any time when you or an ally is on the receiving end of a critical hit. You can just be like, no, 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 not in my house.
Yeah. No, Lumpy was calculated because I'm like, well, out of all of them, it's just like, all right, heals wise, Reese is fine. He doesn't need anything for heals. For Hop could be interesting. Khan, he already has too many similarities to Khan with like technicalities of stealth and stabbing shit. I'm like, Lumpy, we're in Abadar right now.
That's true. You're in Abadar's land. Very true. Axis.
Also, it's smart. I didn't really think about it, but like it gives you a defensive option, right?
Mhm.
Because she's literally called the mini mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm imagining she could get hit by a train and be like unscathed or something. So it's like giving Reese any amount of that defensive ability is a good.
Yeah.
Is a
Good
huge
idea.
buff. Yeah. But Lumpy looks to you and says,
Well, I really hope that Mini Mountain style can aid you in the future. Well, see you around.
and wow, she disappears into a blue transparent hologram, just as the rest. Baba Yaga looks down to you and says,
Oh my, very well. Looks that you have only 3 left. Next time, our good friend Ash across the pond gets to choose. But that is all for now. Ta for now.
and Baba Yaga fades once more into the distance. And this is where we come in properly today. You can close out of her map. We are within the lost silhouette in the land of Norgorber, the Dusk Fathom. You have just opened the door on a new laboratory where there are 2 of these mindless automaton spider creatures, Karumziks, which I believe I can share a picture of them. They're very neat.
I love their design. Their design
They're
is so
very
good.
freaking
Oh my
cool.
god.
And since I didn't mention this last time and you didn't fight them, and Con, you got that critical success on like reprogramming this thing, and again, since you didn't fight them, I'm not going to really have a chance to use this in combat, but I want to explain what they do because it's
Yeah.
really cool. These creatures, again, they're like constructs, but they're not golems, and inside their body they have different cavities where they can house different types of alchemical things. So when you if you hit them with a critical, you have to roll a d6 and get splashed with whatever type of alchemical thing you roll on the d6. It's really cool. They're badass. But at this point, you've gotten enough high rolls that I literally can't attack you with them because you know how to deactivate and everything.
Hey Eli, send me a link to these guys for Spelljammer at some point. I might use
I will.
them.
No problem. I
That's
will.
actually very cool.
Oh, at the very least, DM you the word Karumzek.
I love it.
Karumzek, Alchemy, Spiderbot. There. Yeah, they're very, very cool. So, but that is what you see in front of you. I believe it was Zavid opened the door. You see these two autonomous spiders just working. As long as you don't interrupt them, they won't attack you. But there's also this massive slime mold on a table, and it is in between two bodies that are on tables in either side of it, flanking it, and it has moldy tendrils reaching out to either of them. You would need to roll stuff to learn more.
I want to roll stuff.
Medicine or nature in the tower is anyone who wants it.
Sure.
Sure.
Let's see if I have a skill that I could use here. Medicine.
I believe you're good at medicine.
Yeah. Also, I forgot I need a a magnifying glass or something to see all this. I keep forgetting.
You really do. Danny with her nature knows that this is definitely some kind of a slime mold that they're working with, but you, Zavid, recognize that these bodies aren't dead. They're breathing with that medicine check.
And I can't help but notice that the porous nature of this mold creates a motif of skulls over and over and over, which is super cool. It's like you see it like opening up like areas for oxygen to come in, but it's clearly like that's not a skull, that's just the mold. But why does
I legitimately didn't notice that. Good job. That's awesome.
Why does the mold feel the need to aesthetically?
Yeah, I
wow.
100% didn't notice that. That's very cool.
It's
you're
cool.
right.
I was looking at that. I was like, that's a really cool design for a mold to really evoke the idea that this is dangerous in some way. Anyway, design notes aside, I'm gonna tell everybody these guys are still alive. They look really bad, like sunburnt or something, but I think there's something going on with them. They're maybe harvesting something off of them or using them to feed this mold.
Gross. But interesting. I got nothing. It looks like mold.
Well, until we figure out what its purpose is, we need to first do something about the bots. Khan, are you able to do your magic again, or do you need help?
I should be fine. And Khan turns into another rat, and scurries into the room again, trying to find a vantage point on which to get at the switch on their back.
Great. Give me a stealth and crafting publicly at this point.
Gotcha.
You're looking for a 36 stealth and a 40 crafting.
That's a
That's a
I
failed
do not
stealth.
succeed on the stealth.
Failed on a stealth check. Interesting.
That's wild. Reese sees Khan going, be like, I got this, and it's just like, no, hold on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say what it does is the large Karumzek sees a rat enter the laboratory, and it can't have that because that's against the hygiene rules. We can't have cross-contamination of the slime mold. So it rushes over to you, Khan, picks you up, and since you don't seem to be a threat, it is not going to attack you, but it is going to pick you up and hurl you out of the room. Because you didn't interrupt anything, you just spotted.
Oh, Shane, you're muted.
Oh, yes, he is.
Whoops, I was gonna say we hear a little squeak as you hit the ground.
Yeah, like a skipping stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Reese, you do manage to hit the stealth DC by barely, by one. So as these two things are paying too much attention to this rat, they come over here. They start to start bleaching the floor and cleaning it and mopping it. So they aren't really paying much attention to you right now as you are able to sneak past them. So what do you do, Reese?
Alright, so I know that Khan said something about like a switch or whatever, so pretty much I'm looking to try and find the switch on the back of them. It's again, not being seen, but need to get this down.
Are
You
you
have 40 crafting, and you can probably take guidance from Zavid.
you're trained in crafting, or are you?
Yeah, I'm trained in everything.
That's amazing. Yeah, I was gonna say if you were trained in crafting, it'd be really funny if you just see like a big red button that says "Do not press."
That
What's
would
this button
definitely be
do?
Reese.
But yeah, I mean, you probably don't even need a help. I'll give you guidance, and that's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that's all you need.
I have 25 in crafting, so
Yeah,
Be
okay,
fine.
so put a +1 in your modifier and roll public crafting. You need a 40.
+1. Right, and
And remember, y'all have hero points.
Yep.
And I love making you drain them on stupid
oh
stuff.
god, no!
Net one!
No, 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 no,
I
no,
love it.
no, no,
I feel like Smog right now, just like I'm tempted to let you take it, just to see what it would do to you.
And
That's a
add
really good
plus
announcement.
one
Oh,
to this.
there you go. 44.
44.
That was an excellent usage of a hero point. So yes, they're definitely way too distracted by this rat and cleaning up the rat mess that you're able to get in there, reach up and you have disabled the two of them. Your roll was not high enough to be able to reprogram them like Khan did, so there's only one of these that is usable. But I'm going to take these two off the combat tracker just to make Fantasy Grounds run a little better. But you have disabled the two alchemical creatures.
Coast is clear.
All right, I'm gonna go in and immediately start assessing. Do I need another medicine check to like?
At least everyone perception checks first.
Okay. In the tower?
Yes.
Okay. Pardon my yawning.
Oh, you're good. You had a long day in the sun and the fun.
I will not pardon your yawning, because that also could make me yawn, and that's unforgivable.
Zavid, you are way laser focused on the bodies and the slime mold. You couldn't care less about this alchemy lab that's in here. Khan, you're looking around and give me a crafting check in the tower before I show anything else. Just Khan.
Because if anyone's gonna get distracted by an alchemy lab,
It's gonna be
Khan,
Khan,
the bloody
yeah.
Rit Solo.
Absolutely. So the first thing you notice, Khan, and I'm just shoehorning this art in. I don't want you to read too much into this. It's part of the AP and it's awesome. So that's 95% of why I'm doing this. So don't read too much into this.
Okay,
But
okay.
one thing you see on the far wall is an image that appears to be a hooded figure holding a key, an alchemy vial, and a short sword dripping in poison, in the shape of a circle, like the Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci.
Now, if that's a short sword, how tiny is this little guy?
An excellent
Like
question.
an itty bitty little god.
Little tiny guy.
Maybe that's why Norgorber is the way that he is. He was short in life. He was like
He's-
like 5 or
He's
something.
He's got Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God! But with your 50 crafting though, Khan, you can. You're gonna be very happy. Number one, this is the correct lab. You were able to find the components to mix together some putty for Pavarish 19 within here.
Perfect.
Because the other laboratory was built specifically for one purpose, to make truth serums. This one is a multi-purpose laboratory. They've got their little mold experiment going on. They've got one of these Karumziks is occasionally working on different types of alchemy potions. But the most important thing you find is a parcel. Well, it's a book. You find a book that has the recipes for Major, Acid Flask, Alchemist Fire, Bottled Lightning, Frost Vial, and Thunderstone. These 17th level alchemy recipes that you haven't been able to get. These Karumziks have the formulae for all of the major level alchemy potions.
Oh, good luck
There
with
is-
the slime mold. You're not getting any help. I'm studying.
And there is one of each in the parcel there. So I'm going to drop that in your inventory.
Is
So yes,
it?
you get. What's that?
That's awesome.
Oh, Con is like, is it my birthday already?
I take a look. I'm like, I didn't know there was an acid that could dissolve lead. That's crazy.
All right, but I'm dropping in your inventory there, Con. It's called Norgorberite Alchemy Flask Holder. And it's not like a bandolier. It's like one of those little wooden things that has a bunch of vials in it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that is somewhere, is it not? Or did it just put the individual potions? Let's see. Because I want you to have access to these. Acid, flask, mage. Oh yeah, they're all just in there. Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's acid flask, alchemist fire bottle, lightning, frost vial, and thunderstone. All the major ones.
Gotcha.
And now you can make them.
Yay!
Hooray! So that is about all Con notices in here, because that would be, I think, very distracting for Con.
Yeah.
So Zavid, what all are you doing else in here? As I said, you're pretty much laser focused on the slime mold with your perception check.
Zavid needs to understand the mold and the bodies and what, I guess the people, they're not dead, what the purpose of this is, of what they're doing. And so he is all about figuring that out right now.
Okay.
He's going to stay, he's not going to cross that like little threshold there, but he's going to like take a real good look at everything. So whatever you need me to roll.
All right. Another medicine check, but take whatever aid. I'll have Danny aid you, and you can take your guidance. So let's see, medicine. Because Danny's only trained in medicine. You're at least expert, right? 30. So yeah, that is going to be a 2 from Danny. So then a 3 from guidance.
Okay, so here we go. All right.
40. That's pretty
Took
good.
a 10.
Took a 10, yeah, that's already good. You can see that different parts of this slime mold have different colored tendrils that go into different parts of these creatures' bodies. Some of them are more red and blue that seem to go into their arms. Others are more white that seem to go through their ears and into their head. There's lots of different types that go to different places. You think perhaps parts of it are absorbing blood or circulating blood, maybe. Other parts perhaps are going into the brain, like a cordyceps fungus, maybe.
As I'm like thinking about all the stuff that I'm sort of subconscious, I'm thinking it out loud in my head, and because of that, Sapphire can pick up on it. So I'm like, God, this creature, it's like it's filtering out all these different biological fluids, and it's like all the humors, that ancient sort of thing. And then Sapphire, I imagine as a rock is like, I don't know.
No, I have no idea what you mean. What is
biology is weird. Geology is where it's at.
Geology is just order and pressure and time. It makes perfect sense. But biology is messy and squishy and loud.
Yeah. This is about the farthest thing from me as you could get. So I guess I see that like these people are alive. So I want Danny to like detect thoughts to see if they're like brain dead or if they're in a catatonic state, or if they're actually just like in the Metallica fucking music video 1 with the Vietnam vet that's paralyzed and stuck in his own mind and can't do anything. Like, I want to know how bad this is.
That music video is based on the book and the movie Johnny Got His Gun by Dalton Trumbo, my favorite book. A little bit of trivia. But yeah, so Danny can absolutely mind read on one of these, and she tells you there's nothing.
Oh, they're just gone.
They're husks that have blood that's circulating through them. There's no brain activity at all.
Okay, all right. Can you also use your ability on the mold, just in case the mold has a sapience?
I'm going to let her try, but with a nature's check. So let's give her... Does anyone want to roll an aid for Danny on a nature? Like maybe Reese, since Con is supremely distracted?
Absolutely.
Throw publicly a nature check.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit!
Natural 20.
Natural Twondo. So, and you're trained, so let's go 5. Yeah, sure. Nature. And she got a 45 with hers, so I was going to say that's a very good combination. Using her druidic powers, and she realizes she can almost modify the speak with plant spell in order to make this work. And she starts to get some thought and some words, and she starts to speak at just repeating what it's saying to her, and it barely has any sapience whatsoever, but it's saying things like hunger, battle, blood, hunger.
Can I make a check to help her interpret it better?
Sure, religion or occultism.
Occultism, even though it's the lower check, feels appropriate because I have a lot of experience with mushrooms and this one,
Yeah, true.
and I wanna use that in some way to help out. To allow her to. Oh my god, another nat 20.
Oh
Okay.
my god!
All right. So with a 20, a 15, and a 20, between you, Danny, and Reese, you're figuring out that everyone down here is kind of under the thrall of Nyarlathotep, except maybe the Secret Shade, right? You've pretty much already determined that. So everything that's going on down here is for the benefit of the Cabal, right? That at least seems logical, anyway. You also know from your research of the conjunction that plants and fungi go crazy and start to digest things before more than they need during the alignment of one of them. Let's see which one's Misk Notes.
Castrovel.
Castrovel. Yeah, I think it's Castrovel the Green. The next one that will come into alignment, fungi go crazy. So if they can put a bloodthirst into a fungus before it starts to go crazy, be a pretty good ally. You think they're trying to breed nearly sentient fungus for the conjunction battle.
Cool.
It's a weapon.
This is an emergency. I'm going to cast Sending and call this one.
Yes.
This is an emergency. We can't have I don't want to destroy it because I feel like there's something more useful that could be done with this, but I need an expert opinion. I don't think we can determine what to do.
Love it. So you use your Mork's Kun and Sendin, and before you on your holophone is this one. Long robe, white mask to cover the fact that they are a sentient conglomeration of a hive mind of fungus wrapped hands that appears before you. Yes, hello, Sophie. I can't remember what is this one's voice.
It's this one. Yes, this one. For some reason, I have problems with this one's voice. But yes, Sophie, what can we do for you?
It's a delight to hear your voices again, and I am sorry to disturb you, but we are in a bit of a situation. We're in a plane of Axiom. We are about to cross over into the River Styx, but we've uncovered some sort of compound, download, and I basically share everything that we've communally discovered about this slime mold, what we think it's for, and what we need advice. What is their take on what they believe this thing to be and its capabilities, and also what would they do if they were in our position?
Well, to us, that sounds like it. We do agree, this sounds like a weapon. Biological fungal weapon. If it can suck the life from these creatures, as you say, imagine what thousands of them could do on a battlefield. Any drop of blood would draw them like a shark. They could jump their tendrils into your wounds before you would have fallen naturally.
How do we placate something like this?
Fire.
Fire.
We do not think that this should be allowed to exist. It cannot escape this laboratory.
Thank you for your honesty. I thought maybe there was a possibility you might want the sample to bring back to you. You could add it to your collective or something, but if it's that bad, that could be...
We do not think any of these spores should be brought back to Galarian.
Oh, good understanding. Okay, all right. Then we will take care of it with ruthless efficiency. Thank you.
Yes, this is thank you for calling us. Anytime we will help.
Be safe out there. Good
You
luck.
as well.
Oh, and before I hang up, I give them a brief reminder of Castrovel. Like it's about to happen, so if you need to like find a safe place for yourself to hole up for a little bit, like until you get used to the feeling of being like really aggressive all the time, like you might need to figure that out.
We have stored nutrients below
Okay.
our hut. We should be fine.
I will call you again when the final battle takes place, and you can channel some of that aggression in a more productive way.
We will be there with our mycelia.
Hell yes, literally hell yes. We're going to hell next.
Good luck.
Good luck, and then hang up. And I mean that was like a speakerphone situation. Like everybody should know now. So let's raid the lab for anything that we think can help our inevitable friend. Anything else that's useful for Khan to add to her sort of formula book and all that stuff, and then like let's erase this thing from existence.
Yep. Con, essentially just whatever alchemical tools you would need, advanced beakers, 17th level Bunsen burners, I don't know, whatever alchemical shit you need. But you also get those formulae, the level 17 formulae, and one each of those to try out just for fun.
Yeah.
But beyond that, what do you do in this place? How do you burn this place? I know Reese has some fun elemental powers.
A lot of fun.
As does Danny. So do the two of you maybe team up to just cast fire on every surface in this room?
Oh, pretty much. I just go. Boop, 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 boop. I've got the arrows.
Yep, you have arrows, and Danny has basic druid cantrips, so the two of you can set everything ablaze. It's an acrid, disgusting smell. You close the doors behind you, and this is an alchemy lab. This is very much supposed to keep everything in that room. So eventually it should, if the security system is good enough, it should put the fire out eventually, but that should be contained. But yes, you are done with that room. And let's see if I can just put some... Do I have fire? I have fire, don't I? Where else do you go beyond this? There we go. This is going to be huge. Yep.
Whoa!
I knew it.
It's too much!
There we go. There. That's good.
Yeah,
that'll work.
That looks about right. Yeah.
That looks about right, yeah. So, it is contained within that room because, as I've said before, the walls are extremely thick, the doors are extremely thick. So yeah, you are good to move on. Just know that directly north of Arwen, that is clearly a trap, as Zavid noticed it last time. To directly north of Alzem is a secret door that Zavid can still see due to his true seeing. And there is one room to the west you have not searched.
I'd like to ask everyone to wait off on that secret area. I want to just satisfy some curiosity and take a look at this door that's been over here the whole time that we passed by. I think about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
now.
like 3 times, at least a couple of sessions ago. So,
Yeah.
boop, open that up. Then, small description. This room contains towering shelves bearing dozens of terrariums, each containing scores of arachnids, insects, or wriggling larvae. To the north stands a wide glass cylinder, inside of which thousands of beetles nibble at a heap of scrap metal.
Should I make a nature check to identify this stuff, or?
Sure.
I'll aid.
Nature? Yeah, sure. Both of you.
No, let me aid
Yeah,
you.
let you
I'll
him
call
lead.
you in.
Yeah. Wow,
Sure.
Zavid, Oh, that was a different roll. I see. So Zavid, you don't aid, but you don't hurt either. Reese, you just see that. Yeah, it's a lot. Reese, you hate swarming insects, so this is just gross to you. It's a lot of
That's true.
Spiders.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing you here.
Yeah,
Spiders,
it's fine.
scorpions.
It looks awful, Zavid.
It's horrible.
It looks absolutely terrible. That is what I'm going to tell you, and he backs the fuck out.
Having no information about that, I'll read the labels on these terrariums and stuff, and like.
Let me see what languages you speak really fast.
If it's,
Notes.
I have Aklo.
Aha.
I have all
Roll me a
baddie
uh,
languages.
Reese and Zavid both roll me Society in the tower.
Ooh, I do have
thank God.
society.
Yeah. Because they are labeled, but they're in a language neither of you speak by yourself. Oh, wow. Okay. Reese, nat 20 for 51, and Zavid, nat
Let's
18 for
go!
38. You both rolled pretty high. So you at the very least recognize that a lot of them are written in Gnomish. And between the... But Reese, you also, with your nat 20 for 51, recognize a couple of them are written in Druidic. Specifically, the terraria that are filled with worms are written in Druidic.
Okay.
So you think this might be the personal bedroom of Nibs, that worm who walks druid that you snuck up on in Taldaris' home?
Yeah. I mean, can't Reese read different languages, or is it
With
only...
that society check, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a nat 20, you sure as shit
all
can.
right. I'm sorry to bring you into here again, but let's go get
Oh.
Danny, who knows Druidic, who may be able
Yep.
to like decipher that.
Yeah,
There
I'll
you go.
try
So
to
Danny
do the
goes in.
others.
Not a problem. So Danny comes in. Oh, sure, let's see. And she looks, and yeah, they're all different types of very poisonous insects and arachnids. Most of them very illegal. You would probably Nibs most likely got either raised them herself or got them on the black market, which is where you were several sessions ago with all the illegal stuff you bought. And everyone give me the three of you give me perception checks as well in the tower.
Perception in the tower.
Yes. Ooh, I saw a high one. Gotcha. That's Reese for 37 got the highest. So Reese, as you're looking around, you see a scrap of cloth on a low shelf beneath one bank of terrariums as several outfits, each carefully folded. And you notice that your detect magic kind of pings on one of them.
He walks over to wherever the hell that is.
Okay. It's just kind of in the corner on the north, just over there-ish.
Cool.
But you find a robe, and it's definitely magical. But we would need an Arcana check to see what it is.
Okay.
And roll these publicly. Anyone who wants to roll Arcana, unless you already have in the tower. Okay, 38.
Oh, I can't beat that. I'm not even
You
try.
can't beat. There's no way you can't beat that. Okay, so Khan. Damn. Okay, Khan. At first, you think, "Oh wow, this is a robe of eyes," which is a very powerful robe. But as you're saying it, Pipette pops out of your cowl, and because of your critical success, she says, "This is a cursed item. That's no robe of eyes. That's a robe of vermin."
Oh no, man! Wait. I mean,
Wait,
yes.
what? Wait a second. What does that mean?
Let me find it. So yes, this is a cursed item that if you had not rolled high enough, a critical on your Arcana, I would have said it's a robe of eyes, which is an incredible item, but it is actually a robe of vermin because of Khan's critical success. Oh shit, where it is?
How come that doesn't
F2E.
sound like a curse? That sounds
Robe of
rad as
vermin.
fuck.
Robe of Vermin. I don't know why I don't have it in Fantasy Grounds, but let's see. The wearer notices nothing unusual when the robe is donned, and it functions normally. However, as soon as he's in a situation requiring concentration and action against a hostile opponent, the true nature of the garment is revealed. The wearer immediately suffers a multitude of bites from the insects that magically infest the garment. He must cease all other activities in order to scratch, shift the robe, and generally show signs of the extreme discomfort caused by the bites and movements of these pests. So you take a -5 penalty on initiative checks, a -2 penalty on attack rolls, saves, and skill checks, and if you try to cast a spell, you have to maintain a concentration check of a DC 20 or lose plus the spell's level or lose the spell. If Khan hadn't critically succeeded on that, she would have not have known that. So this is a very cursed item.
Let's take it.
Okay.
And give it to someone we don't
Yes! Yes!
Wait, if we get
think
another
someone's
one of
going to
them-
betray us, like a caster of some kind, that like we want to make sure we give them the robe of eyes, we're like, we've already attuned, or sorry, we're it's not attunement, but what is it called when you
It's attuned in Pathfinder.
Oh, I thought it was like a manifest or something,
I
or
think
like
it's still attuned.
well, in any case,
Whatever.
we've got too many things we're attuned to, but this seems like it could be useful for you, and then but they'll discover it pretty quick when they start casting spells.
Mhm.
So we need to be careful not to give it away too quickly.
It's true.
Who would like the robe of vermin in their inventory?
What?
You should be very happy Khan just rolled that nat 18.
Well, Reese is obviously no. Con
Yeah,
might.
obviously no.
Con might be able to hold it. Oh,
At
come on.
arm's length.
You can turn into a rat, and like that doesn't the vermin comment isn't lost on you.
It's
You
full
have-
of bugs.
You have a legion of hellish rats that you haven't called on in
It's
a while.
rats and these are bugs. It's not the same at all.
I'll take it. I'll hold on
Right.
to it.
All right, so Zavid, I'm dropping that in your inventory now.
I'll
It's in-
neatly fold it, and then I'll wrap it in something
so that it doesn't like touch other stuff. Not that I mean, I think it's magical, so it's not actually real bugs, but it's the
Right.
sensation of bugs. But still, take it and yeah. All right, that's it.
Yep, I have put that in your inventory. I'm gonna get rid of that Karumzik that's on the combat tracker. And
Okay.
then move Reese back over here. All right.
I immediately go to
you.
Teldaris. Teldaris, I found a rope for you. No.
No.
Oh, fancy! Yes.
No way.
Oh, God.
All right. I'm ready to put myself in harm's way for everybody else. I'm gonna.
All right. So, what is a walking order in here?
I'll go first
Okay, dokie.
because I'm
So-
feeling a little adventurous right now.
Perception check in the tower and a stealth.
All right, perception,
I'll go right behind him.
Okie
And
dokie.
I'll
then-
go after.
stealth. There's my two rolls.
Okie dokie. Cool. So you enter into this room, and let's see.
I remember we spotted something in here before. Yeah, there was
Yes,
something
you did.
in here.
There's with your perception check that was exceptionally high, you spot a viper vine along this spiral staircase that goes down, and another Karumzik alchemist, the spider bot, is working on some plants, pruning things. But your stealth was pretty high. They appear to have not noticed you.
Okay.
Oh, and I have a description of this room. Wall-mounted metal shelves support several dozen miniature potted trees, behind each of which hangs a different picture portraying some urban landscape. A spiral staircase descends through the floor, though it is choked with thick flowering vines. And with your perception, you notice one of them is a carnivorous viper vine.
Yeah, everything looks still until they start to like kind of slither a little bit. It's like, oh, that's alive. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just turn to Reese and be like, "There's a viper vine and a spider bot. Pass it on."
He passes it on and tells Khan.
Viper vine and spider bot. Pass it on. Viper vine and spider bot. Pass it on.
Spiderbot is fighting Morpheus. Pass it on.
Spider.
So, Con, what do? You know how to sneak into this room and disable the spider bots. You just failed last time.
Yeah. I won't let that deter me. I'll try again. So she'll
Also-
rat max.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
sneak by people's legs.
You also have like cover in this room. There's like a lot of foliage.
Yeah.
That's actually true. You can roll stealth at advantage.
Ooh,
So
thank
just roll
you.
public twice.
Roger that.
Not bad.
This is
Hey!
a cool map.
It's very cool. Yeah, this is by the book. I made very few changes to what you see right now. I just had to Photoshop a
Yeah.
lot because they show you where the
They
traps
don't
are.
give you a player
Oh.
version. They only give you
No.
a DM version.
Yep,
or
they only give you DM versions. It's very frustrating. But yeah, that's an incredible stealth. These things, you are the wind as a rat. They don't see you at all. So you hop on the back of one of these, or of the Karumzik, correct? Or what do you do in there?
I'm getting on the back of the Karumzik.
Great.
I'm gonna try to deactivate it.
Okay, public crafting for 40.
Mhm.
I assume Zavid probably would have given you guidance. You can have a 1. 41, look at that. Okay, great. So you disable this creature. It is no longer hostile. And yeah, all that is left is there's still this matter of the Viper Vine in the center of this room.
By the way, I just want to say thank you, Eli, for having a GM style of where, like, I assume he gives you guidance instead of
yeah.
like being like, "Well, you didn't say it." I have another
That's
DM
annoying.
that does that kind of shit,
I
and
hate
I'm
that.
like, "Dude, why are you
Rude.
against us all the time?"
No, it's like especially with like casters and stuff. I listened to that D&D sketch from years ago so many times. You never said you were casting the spells, and now there's ogres. Okay? No, I hate that.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, if you say, like, I just assume you have your material components. You know.
Also,
I don't give
like
a shit.
Shane spacing out and not paying attention in the moment is not Zavid. Zavid's locked in. Like he
Yeah.
would remember to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I just want to.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. But yeah, so what do you do with this Viper Vine? It's there, and it has not seen either Shane or Zavid or Khan.
Well, we need to. Well, this one doesn't have a button that we can press, so I think we're gonna need to destroy it if we want to get forward.
I'm thinking that's probably a good idea.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hold on. Danny, you have a speak with plants spell.
She does. That's right.
Hmm.
She has a druid dedication.
Disney
That's-
princess, go and work your magic.
You are correct. So
Except
yeah,
For
all
a,
right.
for a viper vine, a snake themed plant, instead of a Disney song, it's like the whisper song. Hey, little vine, how you doing on the stairs? I'm coming right over, sitting over there.
So she's gonna walk into this room, and she had just cast Speak with Plants on that fungus. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's still up. She walks in and immediately begins, "Shh, it's okay, little one. What do you need? I'm not your enemy. We're not here to hurt you. Let's see, I'm gonna make her roll some stuff. All right. I'm gonna give her advantage because, this is she's speaking its language. And one for, does anyone want to assist her, aid? I'm gonna give her Zavid's guidance. So either Khan or Reese. Do you want to
what?
aid? Nature. But how would you help? Like, how would you help her nature? You
Yeah,
don't have
I
to
would
roll
like
nature.
to help, but I can't think of a way that
Yeah.
Khan, especially in rat
So-
form, would.
I think
She holds Khan out like a rat for the viper vine. Here, do you want the rat?
no, that'd be so mean. No, I think Reese can help aid and basically just like search around and find small things. She'd be like, "Does this work? This kind of looks like that thing from your castle. Smells like it. Does this work?" So if he has familiarity of their time together in the tower and his time venturing off,
All right.
I think that
Mm.
might be.
Do a nature publicly then. You need
You
at least
know,
a 15 to aid. It's easy.
I like the idea, actually. That's
Mhm.
great, because the vines grow up towers. Maybe the only
Oh.
gardening that Danny was ever able to do during that time was like gardening vines. And so when Reese climb up and hang out, like
Oh,
Reese learned about how she
That's
took
great.
care of her vine plants.
I used my last hero point
No,
and I
don't-
only got a 12.
You're good, actually. You can take that back because it's still a success,
Okay.
or it's critical, because when you aid, the DC is only 15.
Oh, thank
So a
God.
26 is actually ignore the thing that says critical failure and take your hero point back.
Cool.
So you do
Doing
critically aid with, so she gets a +3. So I'm gonna give. Let's see. Do I want to give her nature or diplomacy? Her nature's higher, so I'll give her that. And then I said advantage. First one was better, so she got a 40. That's pretty good. The vine begins to creep around, and you can see that it's sort of oh, I have a picture, I think. It has a large mouth with teeth upon it. Oh, no, I can't really share that. Damn. Okay, well, it has a bit of a large maw, but you can hear some hissing. And Danny begins to walk forward, very much like Chris Pratt in Jurassic Park, holding up a piece of meat that she'd gotten from Zavid. And as she approaches it, she tosses it on the ground, and it moves aside and begins to eat this large piece of meat. So for the moment, it is away from the stairs. But I want everyone to give me perception checks real fast before you do anything else in the tower.
Okay.
Okay, Con. Your rat eyes spot on the north side of the wall. On the wall, there appears to be the source of the light in here. That's, all these plants need to photosynthesize. There needs to be light somehow.
Yeah.
The light is coming in from a hole in the ceiling, but it's being reflected off of a shield on the northern wall, and it's being reflected down onto everything in here. But that's all you see is there's the Viper Vine, and there's a shield reflecting a bunch of light.
Is it
Gotcha,
a cool
so-
shield?
Hmm?
Is it a cool shield?
It is very cool, but it appears to be like kind of attached to the wall.
Yeah. I get the sense that if things did escalate into a fight, maybe we could cover the shield so that maybe the plants would be like, I'm hungry now.
Perhaps.
Can someone detect magic? Because I didn't notice it, or
Yeah.
I'm not really looking
Yes,
at
someone
it.
has detect magic.
I do.
Yeah, Reese. It's definitely magic, magical shield, and it seems pretty powerful too. Yeah, you would need an Arcana check in the tower to know more about it. Or actually, you would need to get it off first.
Okay.
Well, if anyone knows how to get things off, it's Reese.
Take a
Oh
point.
my
That was
god,
excellent.
that was,
That was
so
excellent.
fucking good.
That was so
I
good.
thought of that in my head. I was like, I'm not gonna
Oh.
say anything, and then I'll snatched it. I was
Oh,
like,
that was
oh,
very good.
No, that's the
Yeah.
time to say it.
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, that makes
Yesterday,
sense.
I was also very funny. I went to a Ren fair and they had I'm jumping straight to the tangent zone. But they had a prop guillotine where you could try to escape from it in 5 minutes, and I did. So that's why I still have a head. But I referred to it as a French press.
That is good. That is very good.
Oh, that is really good.
Excellent.
All right, so
Oh, God.
yeah,
So,
no,
yeah.
what do I need to roll for that one?
You'll need an Arcana. So anyone who's really good at
I
Arcana
have
would
plus
going to be the one to get this
23.
off. Plus 23. Con, what do you have?
Plus 30.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, pretty
Maybe
good.
Reese should aid Con.
Yeah, I'll
But
aid.
Reese, you can hold Con up.
Yeah.
You raise me up.
There you go. So Con add 3 total.
Roger that.
Michael Bublé?
Yeah. Not Michael
Oh.
Bublé, that's he was Sweeney Todd.
Oh! There, look at
Johnny
that.
Depp?
Hey! No, on Broadway.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything
Isn't
about
his name
Broadway.
Frank something?
No.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Nice.
But 53 nat 20 on the Arcana check. Holy shit, Con. With that, you realize that this thing
Josh Groban.
was...
Josh Groban.
Thank you.
that's
Yes,
it.
I've met him.
Nice, cool. But Con, you
He
realize
raised
that
you
this
up?
thing was magically bolted onto the wall, and if Reese had just, He-Man'd it off the wall, number one, he would have gotten shocked, but he has electric resistant armor, wouldn't have been that big a deal. But number two, it also would have damaged the shield. But since you critically succeeded with your Arcana check and you got it off correctly, you get the full power version of the shield. This is a +2 electricity resistant Dawn Silver shield. If you had damaged it in any way or not rolled that critical, it would have been a +1, and the energy resistance would have been a minor. The electricity
Gotcha.
resistance.
Reese, how are you with shields?
Strictly
Eli,
speaking,
how am
any
I with
character.
shields?
Technically, any character can use a shield and raise it as an action and get the +2 armor class. It's just you can't reduce damage without a feat. But anyone can use a shield to get a +2 to their armor class.
Well, yeah, I should be fine with shields if we need a shield. I have the meat shield myself, so
Well, yeah. I say this because we don't have Demirius or Frag or any big frontline tanks.
oh, I have
And-
tanky HP, so
Yeah,
Mhm.
Reese, you are our tank. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I think you
Reese
should use
grabs
this
it.
shield.
yeah.
Okay. I have dropped that into your inventory. Just,
yeah.
mechanically you need a one-handed weapon with it, so you can't use your gill hook and the shield.
That's
that
fine.
makes sense.
I have
You-
stabby things.
You have so many options, it
I have
doesn't
way
matter.
too many options.
So, I'm going to say that with the meat and everything, this Viper Vine is neutral. So, and you have taken care of the shield that is no longer there, so I can take care of that. Essentially, all that is left is the spiral staircase headed down. Oh, and Con, I assume you would have fixed up Pavarish 19 with that putty.
Oh yeah.
The door to it is there's a door to it right here, actually.
Yeah,
within the
while
lab.
they were setting the room on fire, maybe
Mhm.
I was fixing him up with the putty.
There you go. So he will have. Oh, thank you so much. I will escape on my own means. And he gets out the same way. Oh wait, no, it's to the north. He gets out much the same way that Hamokai got out all of the petitioners from the refrigerated area. So he is gone. Okay. So what do you do? All that remains is the stairway before you.
We descend.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just-
Reese will be up front shielding.
Okie dokie. So I need this. And this. Cool. So you just begin to descend the staircase, and it quickly, the humidity from the garden room quickly goes away as it gets darker and darker. How many of you have dark vision? I think 2 of you?
I do. A full elf, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and Zavid, you have greater dark vision because of that amulet that you were given by Kabriri ages ago. Khan, do you have
I have low light vision, which
Low
is
light.
not dark vision.
Okay, so Con, you're gonna have some serious difficult seeing down here because it is.
Wait a minute. Didn't we do something about that? I thought we had some sort of workaround for you.
Her goggles, maybe?
Do you have goggles that give you dark vision or something? I feel like
recall.
we answered that question like 2 or 3 sessions ago.
Hmm.
We did
don't
something so
recall.
that sneaky in the darkness. If not, I will cast dark vision on you so you can just
Okay.
see in the dark.
I think let's maybe cast dark vision because I don't recall having
Yeah,
fixed Con's
maybe
low
maybe
light.
next time we get a good long rest, Con can use her inventor ability and make something like that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I don't have I don't know what my spells are on this computer, unfortunately. So we're
Actually,
just...
I updated your spell list to the correct number of slots just the other day because I had a lot of time. So you definitely have a second level spell you could burn for that.
Alright, let's do it.
Cool. So I'm just gonna burn that. There you go. Cool. So Con, you now have dark vision, which is great. Let's see, Zavid, I need to get rid of one of your second level spells. Let's call it that one. Come on. Cast. There you go. Okay. So you begin to descend some stairs, and I need to just get rid of the fog of war. And I need some marching orders. Who's going first?
Reese.
Reese. Okay, so Reese. Gonna put you there at the base of the stairs. Who's after Reese? Maybe Taldaris? Big
Yeah.
dude? Okay. Taldaris can go behind Reese. Who's after the big man?
I'll go next.
Con. Okay, so I'll put you here. And then maybe Wasilka
Yeah.
behind Con. Okay, so Wasilka and Charlie, grab them. Oh, this is gonna take so long. Then who's behind Wasilka? Zavid, maybe? Or Danny?
I don't mind. You just put me where you
All right.
where you want to
Put
put me.
you in here. And then Danny as well. Let's say that the ones who are off to the side are still on the stairs and can't see what's going on yet. That'll work for me. Alzum. And then I think the last Grave Knight went with you as well, who was the Yithian. And then lastly, we've got Arwen and Ares. Great. They're going to be taking up the rear because they are humongous.
Yeah.
So, rounded alcoves line this large room, each niche marked by an ornate archway. A raised oval platform faces an inscribed circle at the center of the room. Several desks, shelves, and clothing racks filled with dark garments line the area. Give me perception checks, everyone in the tower.
Okay.
Perception checks away.
I just want to show you there were 2 nat 20s in there, Zavid and Reese. So, Reese, you immediately spot on the western side of the room, sitting on a table, is a large halberd, a shiny, like, axe thing. And you know that Taldaris has been saying this whole time, I need my weapon, they took my halberd, and that's why he's been punching things to death. So you spot what you think might be Taldaris' halberd.
Yeah. He goes and sees that and is just like, Eldaris, you might want to follow me. I have some good news.
Oh, what is it, friend?
And can you move him to I don't want to assume that it's
I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's this over
Okay.
here.
I thought so.
Right there.
Does
Yeah.
this look familiar?
Aha! Oh, what luck! Yes, this is my weapon indeed! And he picks it up, and I want to show you this art because I have it. The AP came with it. Taldaris, the first emperor, finally has his mithril halberd.
Ooh.
And he's holding it and kind of posing with it. Yes, this
Yeah,
will
like-
do greatly.
He even looks like he's smiling, like
I got my weapon. I got it. But Zavid, you were kind of a little bit behind him and Reese. So as you're coming down the stairs and you round a corner, you see the room is filled with shadows and a massive creature with the tail of a scorpion. Please roll initiative.
Watch out!
Because they
Dive
are all
out the
in...
way!
Zavid, they're all invisible and you have true seeing. Taldaris and Reese don't see them.
Oh man, I should have went forward. Why didn't I go forward?
It's okay.
And if you have fight music, now is the time.
Okay. I'm gonna go
I
and
need-
do that.
Let's see, boss fight music. Sure. Alright, what else needs to roll an initiative? Lots of things. Oh crap. Okay, Alzum. Danny needs it. Main. Come on. Initiative. And then Reese, I still need your initiative as well.
Oh shit, that didn't go through. Okay, don't worry.
You cannot use stealth, by the way.
No, absolutely not. Oh god.
Yeah, that checks out. You were extremely distracted and didn't think anything was going on. And then there's Wasilka. So you guys made a lot of allies in this place, so this is taking a moment. I think that's everyone. Yes, alright, so top of the round, very beginning, that checks out. You see this creature, Zavid. It has the body of a man, and a muscular man with long white hair that comes down to about its chest, but the long tail of a scorpion, and here that looks like this.
Ooh.
This is official art of.
Guy?
This is the stabbing beast. At a roll of religion check in the tower.
Oh my god. They're stabbing the Pathfinder rogue. Oh no,
Yes,
is that
that is-
Wasilka?
No, that's the Pathfinder rogue, the iconic. I want to show you the actual art for this. I cut out the background. There's like a whole splash page for this. It's awesome. Look at this. So here is the stabbing beast in the official art.
Oh, another nat 20 on religion.
Look at that,
Jesus.
Nat 20. Yes, so Zavid, this is the harbinger of Norgorber. As you kind of described last time, it's sort of like when a god plucks out a hair,
no.
and then it turns that into a monster, and that monster becomes what is known for that god. This is that. Hamel Kai said that the Secret Shade summoned the Herald of Norgorber to help with this fight. So you know this is bad. This is very, very bad. But also, I think you got a nat 20 as well. So that's what you see first, is the stabbing beast. But what you see upon the dais to, I believe it's the northwest, that kind of semicircle, you see, and I love that it's Zavid that spots this. No one else sees it, because it's just a shadow upon the wall. But you see eyes. The Secret Shade stands upon the stage. Only Zavid spots it because he got a nat 20. And he's an Umbromancer. So, what happens now is, since Reese, you did not see this coming, you are going to be off guard. So it's going to get... So this is going to hurt, probably.
Who knows?
Reese, you are getting stabbed with a stinger.
Howie.
It was one action to move, so second action... That's
There's
critical.
a crit. Do you want to
That's
use your power immediately
Yep.
and turn it to a miss?
That's you don't have to, but you are welcome to use that card at any time.
You know what? I'm gonna go and do that. We still
You're
have a
gonna do
lot
it?
of dungeon to fucking do.
Sure. Okay, so
That's
Reese, I want you to know this. It critted on a natural 13. I just want you to know that.
Ew!
Just before you use your card. Do you want to use it?
Oh god, on a natural 13.
That's almost more reason to use it, but I don't know. You can do what you want.
Do what you want. I just
save
wanted
it,
you to
can,
give
but-
that information.
You know what? No,
But-
no. Let me take it.
Okay?
I'll
Yeah,
take it.
because we also don't know how bad a crit is going to be
Yeah,
until it
we
happens.
don't.
That's true. Do you want
We
to see
don't.
how bad a crit's going to be?
Yeah,
All right.
let's see
here
how
you go.
bad. Ooh.
Real bad.
Oh, those are 12s. Those are
You
D12s.
take 100 damage, Reese.
Okay. Not the worst.
And I need you...
I still have 145. What do you
I
want
know,
from me?
I know, but that's over a third of your health. That's bad. That
I
means
know.
3 of those hits will get you, and he's got multiple attacks. So I mean,
Yep.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
need you to make a fortitude save, DC
Oh,
42.
no. okay.
Or as it begins to attempt to pump poison into you. Oh, that was almost a nat 1. That is
I mean, that's not much better.
it's just a regular fail. So let's see here. You get stage 1 is 5d6 poison. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, even more damage.
Yeah, so you get 20 more poison damage, Reese.
Lord.
But that is the end of its turn, thankfully. So up next is yes. So Reese, can you give yourself another 20 damage? Because I can't get to you for some reason.
Yeah, of course.
Great, thank you. I'm sure you're super stoked to do that. But what you see next is within this room, one standing next to you, one standing in the center, is Zavid. You would recognize these as more inevitables, but Khan, you can see that they have the corrupt mathematics scrawled all over their bodies like Tavarish 19. So there are corrupted Kolyarut inevitables in here as well. And seeing Emperor Taldaris, one of the first one runs over to him and attacks with its bastard sword.
I just imagine that all they do is just recite incorrect math, like 2 + 2 = 6. Ah! Like stupid,
just wrong math,
shit like that. Yeah.
Well, he completely misses, and this one is going to try the same. Must take out inevitable. Gonna miss, I'm sure. Yep. They're on the inevitable. They want to take out Taldaris.
Oh, good.
That's probably going to hit. Yes.
Don't hurt me. I'm small. Except I'm
So-
not.
Small and squishy.
So it made me laugh when Khan took like mental damage from just the chaos math or whatever. The only thing I can imagine is it's just math that is wrong on the surface, but then has like an underlying. So like 2 + 2 = 6, and it's like, no, it's not. It's like, yes, it is. If you add another 2, like, that's what it is. It's a frustration of just like it's chaotic, but it's like right in its own way, kind of weird.
But it's still wrong. Yes,
Yeah, but it's wrong.
And Taldaris is going to say, these corrupted ones are just a distraction. Take him out. And it runs over here past the Kolyaroots, and you notice they do not take attacks of opportunity. So Taldaris runs to here, making the stabbing beast off guard.
There's nothing more chaotic than not taking your AOP.
Yep. Well, they do not have it, so that is a good thing that you have just learned. But Taldaris, finally, mithril halberd in hand, raises it up and takes a stab at the stabbing beast. Nat 7? Yeah, that hits. Okay, good. I did not think that would hit. Stabbing out with 37 damage, and he gets another attack. 18? Ooh, yeah, 51. Go Taldaris. Coming in with 2 hits straight away with the mithril halberd. Another 46 damage to the stabbing beast. Brings it to the secret shade. I'm very curious what it wants to do. Let's see, perception. How about? It doesn't see you, Zavid, but what it's going to do is cast Darkness. As a 20-foot ring of darkness appears in the center of the room. Right about there. And then third action is to fly into the darkness. And anyone without greater dark vision can no longer see it. Which, Zavid, you can. So, I have made the secret shade invisible, but Zavid, at any time you can ask me where it's at, and I'll tell you only. But that is the end of its turn. Khan, you're finally up.
Yeah, are the discounting the secret shade, are the rest of the people visible? Did they release their invisibility, or are they still invisible?
The stabbing beast is not. Let's see. The only things that would be invisible to you are the 3 on the east wall and the south wall. Those 4. Actually, no. Those would not be invisible at this point. You see everything.
Okay,
it's just within the darkness. You can't see anything within the darkness.
Khan, if you delay your turn, I can give you something to help you in this field of darkness.
Ooh. That will be worth it. That will be necessary.
Okay, cool. So, do you want to put it yourself after Zavid?
Yes.
Okay, Zavid, you're 32, so I'm going to make your initiative 31, Khan. 31, which makes it Wasilka's turn. Great. All right. Wasilka, hearing that she needs to get in there and help, is going to, let's see, how far is he? 35? She's going to quick leap to here, and then she is going to flurry of blows. Once with her spear. Come on. Spear at the stabbing beast. Ooh, that's a really high roll. 48. 27.
Giant fucking
Yeah.
target on Vasilka.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. And then she's going to hurl her juggling pin across the room at one of these shadows because I don't think she can hit. Yeah, so she nails one of these shadows, Watchtower shadows, with her juggling pin, and it comes back to her like Captain America's shield to her hand. So that's 1, 2 actions. Third action, I think Wasilka. Let's see. Doesn't have a ton of options. Can she intimidate? Yeah, sure, why not? She's going to try to intimidate one of the inevitables that is next to her. Nat 3, that's not going to do it. No. So it is up to these shadows now. As these shadowy figures reach from the wall and begin swarming all of you. This one goes to Zavid first because you're closest and begins to slash at you with its shadow hands. Oh, wow, I rolled a nat 20, so it's a critical hit. But there's a lot worse things I could have rolled nat 20s on than these level, I think they're 15 creatures. Yeah, 15.
Oh, good.
So it hits you for 67 damage, Zavid. But in addition, its third action is going to use Steel Shadow. The requirement is that it hit a living creature with a shadow hand strike on its previous action, which it just did, and it pulls the target's shadow, making you enfeebled 1. This is a cumulative effect with other enfeebled, so it can get worse up to a maximum of 4.
Can I make a save because my shadow is like alive and able to
absolutely.
move around and stuff?
Let's see. So that's a 15, DC 34.
What would that be? Will or
Fortitude.
Fortitude? Okay.
You're trying to power through it.
All right. Here we go.
I do not know why Wasilka has a target.
I'm gonna hero point it. If I'm gonna,
Sure.
do this. Let's not roll a natural 6, huh?
35 or no. What did I say?
It's like cocked.
34. Yeah, that'll do. So you were able to, but you as an Umbramancer recognize it's trying to steal your shadow. You know about this. This is how Karotz was able to make Giza's into a golem. He stole her shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what this thing was just trying to do to you.
So it goes to grab the shadow, and the shadow starts like struggling against it, and it's like fighting it, which I think is maybe a little surprising for it, as it's like not used to having resistance from someone's shadow.
Very that. Can I get rid of the pointer? I don't know where that target's coming from.
I think she's being targeted by the stabbing beast, maybe, or something. And like,
maybe?
Or she's a small portrait on a big token. I'm not sure.
I have no idea. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So, next thing's turn.
I just love that it's
one
like,
of these shadows.
It's like, look at her. Look.
One of these shadows is going to slide forward and attack at Taldaris. Not with initiative, with a shadow hand. That's not going to hit. No. 7 on Taldaris? Nuh-uh. Second swipe. Nat 2? Okay, waste of a turn on that one. Alzem, the rogue, who I actually have an image for, I think. I found some art for Alzem. Alzem.
Sorry that we put you in a weaker body, but at least you're in your body.
Yeah, she's... no, it's... Well, great to be back in my own body. It's great to be myself again. I think I'm in a lot better control this way.
So she runs in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, good.
Backflipping into the room. Oh, all right, damn, yeah. Go for it.
All right, fantastic. And she's able to use her sai as she has a pair of sai in either hand. Natural 16. Yes, she hits. Great. Doing a little bit of damage with some sneak attack. So, Con, you just recognize she's also a rogue. 22 damage. And she gets one more attack with her sai. Nat 2, not going to do it. Okay. Then that brings us to the Grave Knight. Sorry I have to take so many turns, but you made a lot of allies in here. So,
Us and the besties.
Yep,
Hey, I'm
that's the
fine with
group.
that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ah,
What?
nothing.
Oh, were you gonna go
Positioning.
there?
No, I feel like Khan might have went there or something. I'm just
Oh,
I
hoping
have a
that
sure.
there's.
plan. Worry not.
Nat
Yeah.
one,
Okay. All
nat
right. All right.
one. Great. So the Grave Knight was, it's actually a Yithian within the body of a Grave Knight, so it's not quite used to it yet. Doesn't do any hits, unfortunately. Zavid, you're up. And then Con, you're on
Okay.
deck.
Khan, I turn to you and I say, do not let the darkness stop you from killing. And I cast with my last ninth level slot, Foresight. You, for the next hour, gain a sixth sense that warns you to danger that might befall you if you're targeted by an attack or a spell. So while this is in effect, you have a +2 status bonus to initiative rolls, which too late for that. But also, you're not off guard against undetected creatures or when you're flanked. You're not off guard. You can tell when attacks are coming, so you can't be flat-footed. In addition, you gain the following reaction, which is it's a foresight reaction. Basically, if you're attacked with an attack roll, or if you have to make a saving throw, you either get advantage on the save or inflict disadvantage on the attack roll. I will send the spell over to you, Lumpy, on Discord.
That's incredible.
Yeah, this is what I'm giving to Khan, and it's 2 actions, just lasts an hour, so she's got this. With my last action, I'm going to. I need to find where our friend, the Secret Shade, slinked off to. Can I look around? Like, where is she? Or it? You're muted.
Sorry, I didn't realize that. Make a perception check in the tower, and you're the only one who has even the potential to see it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I will just make it visible for a moment. You see it, Zavid. It is right behind Teldaris, pulling up a dagger.
All right. I am going to use my last action to jump spell.
Nice.
Yeah. Can I? No.
Don't you have a special
I don't
jump spell from Cabriri?
Yeah. So I launch over. I'm wondering if I could move an extra 5 feet, but I don't think I can.
You could tumble if you want to go prone.
Oh, I'll go prone. I'm legendary acrobatics. I don't care if yeah, I land and start skittering towards her.
Screech.
Yeah. And I don't know if she can see me coming, but my eyes are locked on her, and I've got my staff with me on my back, like I'm coming for
Great.
her.
Love it. Okay, so I'm going to say that's your whole turn, right? 2
That's the
for
whole
a
turn.
spell.
I buff up
That was a big
Khan
turn.
so she can do shit normal, and then I'm gonna.
Con, between Zavid and Con, what does it look like with this spell? This is 9th level magic. This is huge shit. What's Foresight look like on Con the Bloody Rizzolo?
More
Khan,
like
you
5
have
sight.
white. You've got
Yeah.
you've got your white fur, some blood stains. We've tried to sort of clean off a little bit. Oh, a third eye grows, but not like a cool magic third eye, like this like biological eye, that is just inky black, and it allows you looking. If someone were to take a moment to like look into it, it looks like the vastness of space, like the void with distant twinkling of stars, almost in an iridescent way. No one's stopping to look at it. You just get this sort of like future sight type of sense of like, you know, when an attack is coming so that you're not off guard and things like that. And so even in the darkness and blinded, you can kind of just, you know, where it's going to come from, because you know, it's like that movie with Nick Cage where, I don't know if anyone's seen it. There's a movie with Nick Cage where he can always tell what's going to happen every 2 minutes into the future. So like he can just steal shit from banks because he knows what is going to happen 2 minutes out. So he like just can make the right decisions to not get caught, to hide in crowds. Like I think there's a casino scene of him like hiding behind people, going into a closet, waiting a couple minutes, then walking out, and like nobody can find him because like, where is this guy? He just keeps like disappearing because he just knows where to go to not get caught. So it's sort of like that, where it's like you don't need your eyes to rely on, you just can kind of feel it out.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. So, Khan, you have preternatural instincts. Your Nephilim blood is pumping. You have this magical foresight of everything going around you. What do you do?
Oh gosh, I need to check one thing. And while I'm doing that, could you describe the darkness? Is it a semicircle? Is it a
It is-
haze?
It is a hemisphere that is centered on in the center of the room, and it's like a let's see, Norgorber. So it's just pitch black, almost like an 8 ball in pool, where it's almost shiny, where the light that isn't absorbed is almost reflected off. It has shiny. It looks like an 8 ball almost. Yes.
And as people are like coming in and out, does it create little mini vibrations like reverberation,
Small ripples,
waiting waves?
yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
It seems solid until something passes through it, and then it ripples away.
Gotcha. My plan may have been foiled a little bit thanks to action economy. But I can work around that. My plan was to activate my divine wings from the Nephilim heritage
You've never
trait.
done it. You know,
I've
I'm going
never
to let
done
you do
it.
that for free. I'll let you do it for free
Really?
since you've never done it before.
And you also delayed your
Never
turn
again.
on my account.
And
which
you
was
delayed your
nice.
turn. So just this once, I'll let you do it for free.
All right. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. So just gaining this terrifying insight, this very spooky protective blessing from Zavid, who has just launched himself into the abyss. Khan's cloaks kind of like flow back as spooky, transparent kind of bat wings erupt from her back. Icky, gooey veins. It would be deeply unpleasant if there were anyone around to see it, but everyone's kind of on the opposite side or in the hemisphere of darkness. But I would like her to kind of take up into the air to get a vantage point, and then I want to use chain lightning.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, my God. So, yeah, you can go anywhere you want. This room, I think I said, is 40 feet high. So you can
That-
actually be above the darkness even. It's not as... It's
Perfect. That is
It's a
perfect.
20-foot cross, so it's 10 feet in diameter. Or... no, I guess it's 20 feet in diameter, or radius, I guess. So it's 40 feet across. But yeah, this room goes 40 feet up, so you're able to get 20 feet above the darkness if you want.
That's good.
As
That's
much
good.
as 20 feet up.
Then I'll jump up here, so I'm like right above it. Khan like takes off, and I'm gonna try to get as many people as Khan can see. I'm not getting the Kolyaruts because she can't see them at all in the darkness. But I would like to try to get all of the Watchtower shadows, and the stabbing beast if I can. It would have to jump from a lot to people, so I'm starting at like Watchtower Shadow 6. And I'd like to jump clockwise.
Okay. Oh wait, starting at 6?
Yeah, so the one at the north part.
Oh, the very north. I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. So here, 6, 5, 4, shade, 3.
I'm gonna just turn around.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
can't
step
target
away.
the shade since I don't see.
Oh, that's right. You don't see it.
I
But
gotta
you do
step
see the
away to
stabbing
go
beast.
feed the baby, so I'll be back in a
No
minute.
problem. No problem. Okay, Khan, I have selected all of them for you. So go to your chain lightning spell, click the gear, and then click the DC thing.
Yeah, gear.
There it goes. See a bunch of half damages. 1 critical success by a watchtower. Critical success by a watchtower.
Yeah. Well, it does matter if there are critical successes, right? Because
Yeah, that's true. It does.
yeah,
but
because then
this-
a critical success could stop the chain. Yes.
That's true. So
Yeah,
let's see. So yeah, but it'll be just the shadows. Amazingly, the stabbing beast actually only got a regular success, so he'll take half damage. So go ahead and just roll damage. The ones that get critical successes just won't take any. So hit the
image, the
yeah,
blood icon.
There it is, the blood icon. Forgot what it was for a second. All right, so a bunch of 14s, a 29, and a bunch of 0s. So actually, the stabbing beast took the most damage out of all of them.
Good.
So yeah, that was pretty great. I think that's all your
Yeah.
actions, correct? Yeah.
Because he
flew
very
up and-
mercifully let me transform as a free action, one action
That's
to
right.
move, 2 actions
Your
to cast a
wings.
spell.
Okay, so seeing that, one of these watchtower shadows is going to fly up to you, Con, or at least attempt to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, it has to use 2 actions to do it, but it comes up to you and strikes at you with a shadow hand. 7? Miss! Wow! Okay, that's it. That brings it to... this one. So a second one of these shadows, again, seeing what you just did, is going to swarm up to you, and you cannot be made off guard. That's right. Didn't Shane say they have disadvantage against you or something? Let's see. Force.
You have a reaction that you can use to either impose disadvantage on an attack roll against you or to gain advantage on a saving throw for a
Okay.
spell targeting you.
Okay.
Or
Well,
effect. And not just a spell, but any effect targeting you.
cool. Well, you're not off guard, but this thing's trying to make you off guard, and it's going to roll. That's a nat 19, but it's still just a regular hit. So, if you want to use your reaction to make me roll a disadvantage, you can.
Yeah, go. Let's
Just a
use it.
reaction.
Yeah,
So,
just reaction.
all right. Oops, I didn't mean to roll that on itself. Well, I rolled a natural 20, so the nat 19 still stands, but didn't crit, so that's good. Come on, grab the damage, drop it on the rat. There we go. 21. So you take a little bit of damage, Con, as it slashes at you with its shadow claw, but it does not have the action economy to try to steal your shadow. Reese, you're up.
Oh, finally. All
Yeah,
right.
you rolled bad on initiative, and so did Danny.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I kind of expect that. Reese ain't feeling too good, but he's not gonna take shit. So he's gonna go and definitely make his wog activated. Wait, did he absorb any damage with that shield?
It doesn't absorb damage unless you take feats for it. Basically, you have to spend 1 action to raise it up, and then it increases your armor class by 2. That's the only benefit to a shield unless you take feats.
Okay. So I'm gonna go use Wog Crumpin, and
Okay.
I'm going to raise my shield. I don't know where the hell that is on my thing. Probably.
I'll just give you an AC buff.
Okay. And then he's going to take out his... We're gonna go with the wounding greater striking, I believe.
Okay. Your longsword or your...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What you attacking? The stabbing beast?
Yeah, the stabbing
Are you
beast.
making it your hunted prey or anything?
Actually, that's a really good idea. Thank you.
It's been a while since you've been in combat. I thought I'd
Yeah.
remind you. Okay, so yeah, scroll down to... There you go. Give... I think it's the precision one.
Okay, so, oh. And here. Vision.
There you go.
Okay. Alright, so there's that. Okay, perfect. And then I can stab now,
Yeah, go ahead. Should work, hopefully.
hopefully. Wait, do you have to make it my hunted prey? Do I have to click
I
anything?
think it is your hunted prey.
Okay.
Let me look.
Great.
Stabbing beast. Off guard. Now let me throw it on it.
Okay.
I hate how roundabout we had to do this for you. I'm
Yeah.
hunted prey, designated target, right on that. Okay, now it should work. Not quite a hit.
It's the price of us not playing like marshals. None of us know how to use a shield. None of us know how to like these are
Okay.
basic martial abilities that like we just never needed to use.
Natural 19 is definitely a hit. Unfortunately, you're not using your gill hook, so it's not a crit.
Yeah, I know.
But you did hit, so all this damage. And it did work with your... Sweet, it worked with sneak attack and with your
Yeah.
hunted prey. Thank God, it finally worked.
That's
So that's 1 action. You still have 2 actions remaining.
Yep. I'm gonna do. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nope.
Nah.
Do not miss. Do not hit with that. And with my other action, I think Reese is going to get the fuck out of the way.
Probably smart. Let me see.
Do not collect go. Do not do not pass.
Go, did not collect $200.
I messed that one up.
The stabbing beast unfortunately does have attack of opportunity. Stinger only. So as you run away, it's going to lash out at you with its stinger. Hopefully I roll low. This is going to hurt probably.
Please.
Ooh, nat 17. Ah! So Reese, you take another crit. Oh, do you want to stop this one?
You
Yeah,
might
I'm gonna
need
stop this one,
You wanna
please.
stop this one?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
I'm going to roll in the chat to see what this would have done. That's not correct. That was not right. Shift. There it is. This is what it would have done.
Oh,
109.
fuck that. No.
Yeah, so you're going to burn that card then? Okay, so let's go ahead and go into your inventory. Find Lumbee Bronze Arm.
Yep.
And take out the mini mountain cards. So, Reese, as you're running away from the stabbing beast, you can see out of the corner of your eye you made a mistake. As its tail lifts up and almost in slow motion starts to come right at you, and you see it. It's gonna come right at your face. That thing's going through your skull. But out of nowhere, a shield smacks the tail away from your face, and the shield bounces off the wall, ricochets, and goes back up the stairs out of sight. You take 0 damage instead of 109.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, so you have one more action remaining, I think. No, you attacked and missed.
That was my action.
Woo! That was a good use of a Baba Yaga card. Good choice.
I like the idea that shield. It looked as though Lumbee came out of nowhere with that shield and protected you, and when you look back, it was you and your own shield. Like it was like the spirit of Lumbee.
I like that. Yes, that's how that was it. You protected yourself with the shield, but you thought it was Lumbee coming out of nowhere. But then you see it was yourself. Yes, Shane, take a hero point. That was very cinematic. I like it.
Yeah, that rocks.
That rocks. I love that way more than mine. So, after you, Reese, is another Watchtower Shadow. It sees you. Who does I... It's going to attack Wasilka. Coming straight over here. Shadow Hand on the Ghast. Natural 9? Second? That's going to miss. Okay. Then, second attack. Con, you're still up in the sky. That's going to totally miss. All right. Danny. So, it is finally the Queen of Druma's turn. She is down at the bottom of the stairs finally, sees that Reese is very, very hurt. And so she's going to cast a 9th level Soothe on you, Reese.
Yay!
So take this much healing. 77 healing as Danny begins to walk into the room singing towards you, jumping up onto this stage with her movement. And then that's 2 actions to cast 9th level Soothe. That is all Danny can do. But she has her cats. Arwen leaps down the stairs as it... oh, no, it can't attack those because Con is in the air. I keep forgetting that. But Danny tells it to attack this shadow on the ground here. Where's Arwen? Jaws on the shadow. Because it can't quite get to the stabbing beast yet. That's a hit. So Arwen begins to bite at this thing with her jaws as Ares comes down the stairs to here and begins to bite at the one at the stairs to distract it from the rest of you. That's a hit for Ares biting into the Watchtower Shadow. Okay, alright. End of the round, I think. Yes, top of the round, the stabbing beast. Ooh! I didn't realize you guys made it bloody. Something happens.
Oh, shit.
So give me a moment.
Let's go.
I have to... Yes, let's go. That's not the right... Oh, sorry, I'm panicked because I'm excited. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I need an image as well. There it is. Okay, I apologize for the delay. Thank you for your patience. As the stabbing beast... What was the last person to hit the stabbing beast? Was it Reese?
Yes.
It was Reese? Okay. As you stab into this thing, blood begins to pour out of it. You can see the scorpion stinger had just darted off of you, and it says, "You will not escape your judgment." as it transforms and uses its mythic action to transform into its true form, the Herald of Norgorber, massive scorpion with a skull upon its head, and even the token of it changes on, at least I'm hoping that its token will change on the map as well.
Mythic actions
Is it gonna go and
are-
attack me? Because I would
don't-
like to planar sidestep if that's the fucking case.
We'll see. It didn't change on there. Well, let me see if I can... Okay, I can... Yes, I can take the token off, and then I can... Haha! It worked! So, yes, it transforms in front of you into the true form of the stabbing beast of Norgorber, Herald of Norgorber. And it is its turn, but Reese, you luckily are out of its range, so it will need to go towards you to attack you, but it is not going to do that.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, because that was kind of fun, but I think I'm going to move on. It actually knows its target, because the stabbing beast was brought here by the Secret Shade, who, as far as it knows, is still supposed to kill Taldaris. So what it is going to do is attempt to stinger at Taldaris, First Emperor. That 13 is a hit, not a critical on Taldaris, thankfully. Oh! Oh, this rough, horrible creature! We must take it down! As he takes 32 damage, and he has to make a fortitude save. Let's see, he's kind of a big boy, a big bruiser. He's probably going to be okay. Oh, nat 3! That wasn't good. 38, so he takes 5d6 poison damage. 15. So, that wasn't too bad, actually. That could have been a whole hell of a lot worse. Then its stabbing beast gets one more attack. It is going to pincer at Wisilka. The Ghast-tastic. Nat 7, that misses. Wow, really bad round for the stabbing beast. Bringing it to the corrupted Inevitable. Seeing that it couldn't take Reese out, it's going to jump up on this stage, knowing that Danny is the one that healed you. It's going to slice out at the Queen of Druma with its bastard sword. Hitting with a 45, dealing 39 damage, not too terrible. But then it's going to go for broke, hitting her once more with that sword. See if it can do it. Probably going to miss. Yeah, it's a miss. The second one, however, is going to follow Reese. 5, 10 to here. Attack you with a sword. Maybe? Ah! That's a crit. This one won't hurt near as bad as the stabbing beast's crit. Still pretty bad, though. 57.
I would
Last
like to
attack.
planar sidestep, thank you.
Sure. What does that do? Gives you resistance
I
or something?
shift my body briefly between planes, reducing the damage from my foe's attack. I gain 25 resistance to all damages and the triggering attack. Observers may simply
yeah.
see me shimmer.
Cool. Give yourself 25 hit points back then. Or
Yep,
remove
thank
25
you.
wounds. Yeah, for sure. And that is the end of its attack. Taldaris, he says, "Ugh, I think we've got it on the ropes! Everything you've got!" And he stabs again into the stabbing beast with his mithril halberd. 6! That hits amazingly. Oh, come on. Drop it on the beast. 48 damage. Taldaris is he's just going, oh wait, he has spells, I think. Let me see if he's got anything worth casting. Because that was one action. Spells. Ooh, yeah. Taldaris is going to try to cast Command on one of these Watchtower shadows. Command. And make one of them roll a will save against his DC of... What is his DC? 44, 30? Critical failure at a command. So, the Watchtower Shadow number 3 has just become under Taldaris' command, and he says, "Attack!" and has it attack the stabbing beast instead of him. Oh, nat 2, though. So, that's the end of Taldaris' turn. The Secret Shade, as Zavid, you can see it. It is snuck up on Taldaris. It's going to attempt to Shadow Hand attack him. Ah, it's a miss. Shit. Try again. Holy shit, it missed again. Third attack, it sees you by this point, and it's going to try its hand at you, Zavid, since you're on the ground there. Natural 13, and it missed because it was its highest penalty. Whoo! Lucky breaks. Lucky breaks. Wasilka the Gastastic is up. And I think Charlie is going to finally say, by the rock and stone, we've got this! And Wasilka is going to cast Mountain Resilience on herself, which is what Pathfinder now calls Stone Skin. So, Wasilka, she gets down into kind of a defensive pose, and you can see she almost looks like she's hard or made out of rocks. But that is 2 actions. Then she's going to take another flurry of blows into the stabbing beast. Spear. Miss. But it's a flurry, so spear attack number 2. That's going to miss as well, unfortunately. So that's the end of Wasilka's turn. Watchtower Shadow is attacking Ares because he is up there doing his job. So it's going to swipe at Ares. Probably going to hurt. Yep, that hits. Yep, 27 damage to Ares. And then it is going to steal Shadow to make him drained 1. End of its turn. Watchtower Shadow 2. I think I might have skipped this one on the first round, but that's okay. Let's see, where do you want to go? It wants to fly over to here. Oh, why is the grid not on? There we go. And then it's going to attempt to attack Wasilka. Imagine how bad this would have been if you guys hadn't made all these allies.
Fuck that.
Because this was... I designed this fight to be very, very deadly.
Yeah, no shit.
And that... watch. This is your Watchtower Shadow. Yeah, this was a gnarly one.
The sass on that from Elliot, like, yeah, I fucking understand that when I took 100 fucking damage.
More than once.
109.
And then almost would have taken 109. Alright, so that Shadow doesn't help, unfortunately. Alzum is up. Gonna attack the Stabbing Beast with her Sai. It's starting to look pretty bad, but everyone keeps missing, unfortunately. Come on, attack. I keep accidentally dropping the die on the circle of darkness. Miss again. And she's going to
darkness.
Yeah, attack the darkness, and then she's gonna attack this Watchtower Shadow because she's not gonna hit the Stabbing Beast. Hey, she actually hit it. Look at that.
Oh fuck.
The one that's attacking Arwen. All right, end of Alzum's turn. Deal a little damage. Grave Knight. Good lord, there's so much on this board. I apologize for how long it's taking in between everyone's turn. Miss. Attack number 2. That might do. Yes. So the Grave Knight, who was originally a Yithian, has been transferred their brain back in. Hits the Stabbing Beast. Goes for one more try. Nope, not going to happen. End of the Grave Knight. So Zavid, you're up. With Khan is on deck.
All right.
Like the animated Batman when he lands and then like stands up in the darkness as like a silhouette, I rise from the ground, pulling out Memento Mori, the staff I've been working on. And I see this secret shade. And I say, I've been meaning to test the staff out on a shadow of worthy power. And I point the staff and activate using all 3 actions I want to absorb the secret shade into the staff.
That's so bad.
As you do, the darkness spell completely fades that the secret shade had cast. It is gone. The lights in this room flare as all the shadows collect around Zavid. All of you see the secret shade standing here, attempting to stab at or slash at Taldaris. But Zavid, sucking in the shadows, the darkness spell, the shadows from all of you, and the secret shade, it begins to be pulled into the giant gem of axiatite that Zavid found within Osirian and forged himself. Upon the Jezatiel staff Memento Mori, there's a wisp of darkness within the crystal. As within the chamber, you hear the echoing laughter of Cabriri. Number 1. 7 to go. As the shadows return to normal, and the secret shade is no more in front of you.
7 to go. I'm sorry.
Roll me a crafting or religion check in.
I have a theory already. I'm gonna do crafting because I know how the staff works pretty well. But my guess is that one for each school of magic, like the gems on the outside of the.
That's it.
Okay.
As you're looking, you can see that the secret shade was stored in one of the 8 gems of the schools of magic, because you took one of those gems and put one on each face of the axiatite. It's like the Sims crystal, the elongated 8-sided die, and each face of that crystal has one of the school of magic gems, and one of them, the secret shade, is within it. You can pick which one. You can roll a D8 or whatever.
It's just like Undertale. I mean,
sure, I've never played it.
Oh god, so good.
It actually is very similar to like the end of the neutral ending of that game. All right, so I have questions. I know my turn's about to be over.
It just meant to full power, get 8 more or 7 more.
I see. Yeah, I'll save it. Khan's turn's next. I basically take the secret shade out of the fight, and that's my turn.
Yep, 100%. Secret shade is gone. Khan, you're up.
With this newfound visibility, I want Khan to spread her wings, like the light shining behind them, and I want her to dive bomb this fucked up scorpion.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see it.
Let's go.
So she's going to use an action to close distance and an action to stab.
Not a hit.
You know what? I'm using my funny hero point.
Yeah, nice. This is why I give them.
Mm-hmm. It's my reward for being silly goofy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Significantly better. Yes. And 46, nat 16. So you do hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
You got
and
it.
I believe it's off guard. Yep, it is. So sneak attack. It absorbed a little bit. I believe it is resistant or immune to precision, I think. I'm almost positive. Yeah, because Norgorber's like the god of rogues, essentially. So, of course, his Herald is going to be immune to precision damage. So that's why that only did 21.
Gotcha.
But this thing's looking very bad. It's bleeding green acid from a bunch of orifices.
All right, then I'll use my third action to make another attack, and then probably take my extra bonus stab.
Yep, you have your Khan's bladed blade
my
attack
punch.
for free.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's 17. I thought that was the other one, but yeah, that hits for a 43. Oh, it looks bad. Actually, that was supposed to be your sword, your gladius, right?
Oh, I intentionally chose that to make.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did 38 damage, and I think that's the end of your turn, right? Fly in, stab, punch.
Yeah.
Great. The stabbing beast looks extremely bad, but the shadow sees that all of you are... the watchtower shadows from in the air. It follows you down, Khan. Slashes out at you with its shadow hand. Yeah, it hit. Okay, great. With a 47, nat 17 was only a regular hit. That's good. 40 damage to you, Khan, as it is going to attempt to steal your shadow. Let's see, what do you need to do? I need you to... Oh, wrong thing. No, it just does it. So it pulls your shadow away, and you become enfeebled 1, which I believe affects strength-based stuff, so I don't think it's that big of a deal for you. Okay. But it did damage. End of its turn. Whoops. Oh, God, Reese. Sorry, I went past you. It's Reese's turn.
Cool, thank you. Appreciate it. So sorry, I have a cat on me, so my brain's distracted. I think what he's going to do is, because he's right in front of him, he's gonna go and oh shit, no, but he has, what's his face is his hunted prey. Shit, okay.
Yeah.
So alright.
You do know that these inevitables, the guy in your face, they don't have AOPs. You found that out at the beginning of the fight.
Right. So Reese is gonna move and go up to him. Up.
Yep, and so he does not swing at you. He's kind of a slow machine as it tries to turn and follow you.
Yep. And I'm gonna go and greater strike that.
That's probably gonna miss. Yep, but you're wogging, so throw another.
I throw another at him, and that's not the right one. That is.
That'll hit.
Okay, that hits.
46.
Perfect.
Let's see it. Come on. Can you do it? Oh, that should have had more. Roll a d8 and a d6.
All right. So.
Wait, you didn't roll that on him, did you? Hold up. Yeah, you didn't roll it on him. Roll the damage on him instead.
Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. There we go.
That looks right. There it is. How do you do this, Reese?
Yeah. Reese just goes, "You motherfucker. You've put the most damage in me than anything else? No, you're done." And he just like stabs the arms off, like slices the arms off, and then digs the striking. I forgot
sword?
the sword right into its skull when he's done.
Cracking the carapace, splashing this green blood everywhere. You have dispatched the stabbing beast. All of the shadows disappear. The only thing remaining are the corrupted inevitables. And I believe you still have one action left. I'm just slowly getting rid of these shadows. It'll take me a second.
And with that one action left, Reese is gonna swiftly go. They don't have AOP, so he's gonna pretty much just like move to like where Khan is.
Okay. End of Reese's turn. That brings it to Danny. Is anyone particularly hurt? I don't know. Khan is kind of, yeah. So Danny is gonna go, Khan, here, take this healing. And she will, let's see.
Khan saw it coming the whole time. Knew it was gonna happen.
Yep. Let's see. Soothe. 8th level soothe to Khan from Danny. And then she's going to back up and hop off the stage in between her and her puppers and her tiger. Oh wait, they get a turn. So Arwen is gonna leap over here, take a Jaws attack. This miss, and then Ares as well. Jump over here, Jaws. Probably gonna, ooh, that'll do. Ares. Some damage. Top of the round. These things, well, it just got hit by Ares, so it's going to retaliate, obviously. Natural, I thought that was a nat 1. So, hit against Ares. Second swing over to Arwen. That's a hit. And third, let's say back to Ares. However, I do know that Danny likes using Blood Vendetta a lot, so she's going to go ahead and 2nd level or 8th level Blood Vendetta on this guy in retaliation for her dogs. Ooh, regular success. So it's going to take a bunch of damage or a bunch of bleed. Cool. End of its turn. The other one is down here. It's going to step up to Reese and Khan. Take a bastard sword swing at Reese because you're closer, and you're the one that took out the stabbing beast. Hold up, your AC is wrong. Your AC is wrong.
Oh my
I rolled
god,
a nat
thank
5.
you.
Nope. 39 combat. Your AC thing broke.
Happened.
Wait.
Here, your AC is 40. Okay, so that is a miss. That's a miss. So
Was
it's second
everything
attack.
specced out appropriately otherwise?
For the rest of them, those were all like above 50s, yeah.
Okay.
But that one was, I could tell that one was straight up wrong. So with its second attack, it's going to swing at Khan. Natural 19 for a regular hit. But that's the end of its turn, bringing it to Teldaris. God, there's so many things on the board. Runs over, making it off guard. That should help Khan. Mithril Halberd.
Dude, I hate when that happens to my Mithril Halberd.
I know, right?
I've got like a collection of Mithril
It's-
Halberds. It's not good.
61 damage from Teldaris. That should be another hit, so he can lay on a little more damage in his turn. Wasilka, good lord. So there's just a whole bunch of these guys, all of you, laying into these two remaining inevitables. Because as I believe it was Zavid recognized, they are super duper corrupted, and they will act like viruses if they are to be released back into Axis. So that's a flurry for Wasilka. First one hits, second one hits. Then she can use her last action to try and hit her to lowest. Might not dark though. Nope, that's a miss, and it was Silka's turn. That shadow would have disappeared with the stabbing beast as well. Alzum, good lord, I'm sorry that it's not one of you guys doing something.
You know, considering that there's only 2 enemies
You know,
left,
we can
and
just
it
call
seems-
this the end of the combat. There,
I
you're
was
wiping.
gonna say this will
Thank
take
you.
a couple rounds. Here's what I would do. I would cast Soothe on Khan to give her some healing. At this point, I think it's called for.
Yeah.
So like if in terms of like resources I'm spending, I would do that during this combat. I don't think I'd cast any other leveled spells.
Sure. Let's say, but between all of you, there's no need to actually rotate through the rest of this.
Yeah,
You
I
have
think
to wipe them up pretty easily.
Yeah.
Now that I'm seeing these numbers against just these guys, there's no need to finish this. So,
Thank you.
well done! You're out of initiative. You have completed the Lost Silhouette. I need to change this music. Good lord.
And now
Yeah.
we have to. Oh, I got rid of Wasilka's target.
Oh, how'd you do that?
I control clicked her.
Oh, weird.
She targets herself. That's what that is. If she's targeting
Oh.
herself,
Okay, good to know. Huh,
Okay.
all right. Well, problem solved. Thank you. So, perception checks in the tower, please.
I'll do it. But I my first priority is to go take a look at Teldaris and just see if any of that corruption spread to him.
Medicine, no, crafting check, because he's
Crafting,
an inevitable. He's not a biological.
So I'm gonna do. Oh, sorry, I should do that in the tower. But this is my.
That's fine.
Just a brief. I'll even do a guidance on myself just to make sure I can catch if it's like is it that quick acting or if it takes time.
No, it seems like it probably takes time and it needs to be forced on, like chiseled into the math on his physical body. Seems like it would either take a lot of time or it would have to be forced if they wanted it to be done quickly.
I see. My guess is that if they can just get a little bit of that formula onto him, that'll start to spread like a disease.
Mhm.
So okay, I just give him a once over. I say, Teldaris, it looks like you are safe. I just wanted to make sure that the corruption did not spread, but it seems that they have to make an active effort to spread it.
Well, that's good to know. I would not want to spread this anywhere else in the rest of Sayashto or across Greater Axis.
Considering we have to rescue our ally upstairs from this spread, or at least quarantine them until we can figure it out, I agree.
Indeed. What is that you've got there, Con? And Con, you spot on the ground a very large, like bronze belt, and the buckle of which is a big fist. It fell when Reese killed the stabbing beast, and it kind of melted into the acid. The acid blood kind of melted it into the floor, and all that remained is this belt.
Yeah, she'll pick it up and examine it.
Arcana check, please.
Gotcha.
Is this a belt of strength of some kind?
Let's see.
Belt of stabbing.
Oh, easy. Con, this is called the Belt of the Stabbing Beast, but it is essentially a belt of giant strength, yes. So now, before you pick who to give it to, think real quick, because it might not be good for who you think. What it does is it gives you a +3 item bonus to athletics checks, which is great, a +2 circumstance bonus to athletics checks to lift a heavy object or escape or force something open, like a door or escape from ropes or whatever. And when you invest on the belt, you either increase your strength score by 1 or increase it to +4, whichever would give you the higher score. In addition, you can it gives you a reaction where if you are targeted by a ranged attack or a falling object, it's essentially like the monk deflect missiles thing where you can stop, like grab a rock or grab an arrow. And yeah, it gives you a reflex save to do that. But yeah, this can increase your strength 2 + 4, which if you think about it, Zavid has a -1.
I was just saying,
I was just thinking that.
it would be the biggest
biggest
boon
boost
for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also want to say invest was the word, not
Invest.
Invest.
Oh, you're right,
Is what they
invest.
say for yeah.
Mhm.
So I would love to have effectively an 18 in strength for a +4 bonus, and then have a +3 bonus on athletics and circumstance bonus. I use athletics a lot.
And Reese, you
but-
already have armbands of athleticism that give you a +2.
Yeah, I don't need this shit.
Like on the surface, it seems like it cries out for Reese, but
No.
this would be
I
really
said
good
no.
for Zavid.
When you
I
were
would love-
describing it, I'm like, why do I need more of this?
I would love to have strength, because then with
Okay.
Ant Hall, it's
Mhm.
that much more effective. I could carry all of our mounts at once. I feel like with Ant Hall up, I could
Yeah,
probably
right.
just like, all right, you on the shoulder, let's go.
So let's see. That's
I'm here for it.
If it's as long as it's not cursed, but even that, I'd still be tempted.
it is not. There we go. So Zavid, come on. There we go. If you look on your main tab there, Zavid, you now have a +4 strength.
God. Oh my god. What
Look
the
at you
fuck?
go.
Look at you.
Ugh.
So how long does it take to invest in something? Is it
It's like an hour. But
Okay.
I know that there's nothing in the next hour that you're going to need your strength for, so I just changed it.
I put this on, and it feels over the course of an hour like a very drawn out version of the scene in Hercules where he's lifting the pillar and his strength is returning to him, like he's like slowly feeling like more and more strength come into him. His body doesn't change though; he's still weird. And the belt, he has to like adjust the thinnest setting to fit. But like, he like kind of slaps his hand on the table and breaks the leg and goes, "Oh my god!" Oh, sweet.
Taldaris walks up to you and says, "Put her there!" And he goes for a handshake.
I do. He still crushes my hand. It's Teldaris. I'm like, I can
Oh, I can feel it. Aha!
slight resistance, but like it's almost like I can grip his hand now with someone with 18 strength, but my body's so light that he just lifts me up in the air anyway. So I'm just like stuck on his hand.
Lifting you
And
by
Reese
the
just
arm.
walks over and is just like, this might be more realistic. Hey, here's my hand, buddy.
I go and I try to give you a firm handshake without doing what he just did to me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Should I roll a strength check?
Please
Sure,
lift
both
me up
public-
off the ground.
Public strength checks, both of you, just in the chat.
Sure.
Straight up strength. 15 for Reese. Come on, roll high. Oh, I was hoping it was that 14.
I think you probably have,
I just like I'm realizing how much mass has to do with like being able to move things. Like I could probably climb up a wall really fast now because I could like grab onto a ledge and then with just power like hurl myself up, and like I could like I'm so light that this amount of strength could give me jumping power, could give me climbing power, swimming power. Like athletically I could move really much better, I guess. But like if when it comes in terms like if I were to go head to head with someone with equal strength that was like heavier than me, it's like going up against a sumo wrestler. I might work out, but I'm so light that they would just like move me, out of the way. I would need some way to increase my mass to like go with that strength. So now that's the next part of the equation. I need to become heavy.
Yeah.
And a moment's
It
notice.
just goes, look, I could actually, like, you not gonna lie, I could feel you actually moving me a little bit. Like, I think you're doing good, but he just, like, grabs his hand tighter, goes, still got a little bit more on you, though. Good
I
job,
need,
though.
I read about this in that this book series that Danny let me borrow. There's a boots. They're iron boots, but you can like click their heels and then they make you as heavy as steel. That's what I need. It's
Oh.
from Zelda. I would need the iron boots from Zelda to make this really work.
Love it.
Yes, we need to get you into some plate, friend.
No. God. So we cleared out this room.
Yeah.
I take the
go
staff
ahead.
and I say, all right, everybody, we've had the moment to catch our breath. I think we do we have like a magic circle spell in Pathfinder where you can like put someone so they can't escape?
There's
I-
dimensional anchor.
I have that. I'll cast that.
Okay, well, on what, for what reason?
On the secret shade, because I'm going to use my action to release them. I'm not going to consume them. We need their help. So I'm gonna.
Oh, I thought you were gonna keep them in there.
No, we need them. We need to convince them that Shax is an enemy.
Okay.
So I'm going to release the secret shade after everybody's poised and ready, and then dimensional anchor immediately.
All right, wasn't expecting that. So let me throw it on the combat tracker.
I think we talked about maybe we could convince them. Like we talked to the amorphous aberration with the eyes.
Hamokai.
Yeah, about like what we would need to talk to the shade about in order to convince them. And I think it was a bit inconclusive, but I think the idea was we wanted to at least have a conversation before we decided.
Sure.
I could always absorb them back.
That's very true. So put them there, make them neutral instead of hostile. And yes, once again, since we're not in the din of combat, I can. What does it look like when you release the shade from Memento Mori?
Have you seen Samurai Jack?
Yes.
In the first episode when he's fighting Aku, and at some point he gets Aku absorbed into his blade, and then he stabs the blade in the ground and he leaks out like a shadow on the ground. And that's exactly what I do. I touch the stuff to the ground and like Aku just leaking out onto the ground.
You are no normal adventurers. What are all of you? How did you do this to us?
Lux Et Umbra at your service.
Well, more to the point, at our service and our mercy. You see, your patron god, Norgorber, has had a little bit of a run-in with another god. Does the name Nyarlathotep ring any bells?
Yes, the Norgorber does not particularly approve of Nyarlathotep.
Well, it seems that many of you have been under his thrall. And I don't see any Nyarlathotep shit around here, because I would have definitely looked.
By now, you would have looked and you would have found it if it were here. Correct.
Okay, so he had enough. He didn't need it like at every point. It's a powerful enchantment. It's like it does expend energy. So I'm like, Nyarlathotep has committed a very sneaky coup on this compound. Many of those loyal to Norgorber have been serving him all along, including yourself. You see, we have a mutual, let's call him an acquaintance, Shax.
Yes, the demon lord from Abaddon.
Well, unfortunately for you, Shax has run afoul of one too many gods, and you doing Shax's dirty work under the command of Nyarlathotep has put you in the crosshairs of your own god Norgorber, as well as mine and many others. I have every right to absorb your spirit and use it to fuel a spell. You will not be able to move on to any afterlife that will bring you any joy. You will be erased from existence. At least that is the fate that awaits you should you not cooperate with us. What say you, Secret Shade?
I was in that staff for days. But it appears no time has passed here.
I pull out a little notepad and I'm like, "Dave, tell me more. What was the experience like? You're the first one to go in."
It was an endless void of light and brightness. I could feel myself being pulled, the powers and the dark shadows within me, taken elsewhere.
Thank you for these insights. That was very useful. Here's what... Sorry.
No good.
Here's what I think we will do with you now. You see, you are still of use to your master Norgorber. He has not stepped in at any point to stop us from cleansing this Nyarlathotep filth from his compound, and he has not told us to destroy you. You can still be of use, but you're going to have to do some things for him. And before that, you're going to have to do some things for us. We want answers.
Of course. Anything to not go back in that crystal.
So, given that we have their cooperation, some of the let's all talk about above table. What questions do we have for the Shade, and also what do we want the Shade to do for us to help us in the next leg of this adventure?
Before you do that, because this will be important to the conversation.
Okay.
As you're kind of having this conversation, that red circle in the middle of the room, it begins to glow white, and the single white ring divides into two smaller circles, each of which refines itself into the head and upper body of a distinguishable speaker. The first figure wears a distinctive black hood and mask, obscuring any features that would indicate race, age, or gender. The other figure is a pale, long-haired, masked woman whose long, pale, pointy ears stick out behind her. The woman's voice hardens as she begins to speak.
Report! These delays vex me. I pray your brotherhood has not failed us again.
The other voice says, so impatient for an immortal. The masked figure responds,
Your dame will lie cold as morning dew.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong voice. So impatient for an immortal. Your dame will lie cold as morning dew, her soul spread to the winds, but in but a fortnight. As soon as the vote fails because of Taldaris' absence and Eopal's abstention, the deed will be done. Shall we kill the child as well?
Leave the Twilight child to us,
the elven woman continues.
He will be too distracted mourning his sister to stop us.
The masked figure concludes, As you wish. I trust the wives of Nyarlathotep will not forget their loyal subjects now that Taldor's throne is within your reach. And with that, the images vanish, and the circle's glows fades. Arcana checks.
Juicy.
You're looking for a 40 Arcana. Go public on them.
I want to aid. I'm aiding.
Aid? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Oh my god!
Reese! Let's see. So,
the minute there was tea being spilt, Reese perked up.
As soon as there was what?
I guess?
Oh, yeah, as soon as there was tea being spilt, absolutely. So, Reese, you realize that what this circle in here is, the Secret Shade could have told you if you'd asked, but what that symbol on here does is it intercepts sending spells. So what you just saw was an intercepted message that you weren't supposed to see.
Need this at
Shadow
Valley.
So you just intercepted some tea you weren't supposed to. And I want, not Reese, you don't get to roll on this, but Zavid and Khan, you need to roll me just straight wisdom publicly, because I don't think Eldritch or Shane remembers this.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, this is a thing that your characters might remember, but you guys might not. Ooh.
Did
Didn't see it? No.
I rolled a 19, a natural 19. So plus 5 is 24.
Between you and Khan, those are both high enough. One of them said, as the masked figure said, as you wish, I trust the wives of Nyarlathotep will not forget their loyal servants. As you think back, wives of Nyarlathotep, why does that sound familiar? And you both get a pit in your stomach as you realize that the wife of Nyarlathotep, Tofnasru, is the vampire that you fought within the tomb of Targic, where Khan, you got your Gladius, where Demirius got his weapon and his title, this Grief of Sarenrae.
Oh, I
and
remember
where
this.
Dirge kicked this body off a ledge, but never bothered to see if she landed in the lava.
Oh, I remember that. All right. Brief. This is what I remember. We were in a dwarven tomb.
I
This
can
was
pull up the
way
map.
early on. It was like 4th level, 5th level. It
Fourth
was
or
like
fifth,
super
no
early,
higher
yeah.
than fifth.
Yeah.
We show up. This is where I got the ghoulstone, actually, because she had Kabir's ghoulstone. She had stolen it, and Kabir was like, "You need to get the ghoulstone back because that's
Here.
not for them." Yeah, we were there. We were surrounded by lava, and we had this really epic battle. It was actually very dangerous. Probably the closest we came to like getting someone dead. Like it was pretty bad. But Demirius is Demirius. He basically carried us to victory with his smites and shit. And then eventually we took her down. She was downed. Demirius kicked her over the edge.
Dirge.
Dirge did. Dirge kicked her over the edge. We didn't see her body, but we were able to. I was able to snag the tiara, pry the ghoulstone out, and that's what I've been using as like a focus ever since. And I remember she was described as the wife of Nyarlathotep, though I remember I passed my religion check. You said he has many wives, and it's sort of like her saying, "I'm the wife." It's sort of like, "Oh, honey."
Oh, honey, no.
You are not the wife. You are a
You're a
wife.
level 5 boss, honey. You are not the wife. You are not her. You are not. You're not her.
You're one of many. But it kind of showed that there is like a big network, even if it's loosely connected. They all serve Nyarlathotep. So like, I do remember that. That's what I remember. It was a fun dungeon to do. And now that I'm hearing that again, this isn't her. This is somebody else.
It could be her.
Okay.
Might not necessarily be her, because there are more than one wife of Nyarlathotep. But the non-zero chance it's her.
Okay, got it. Understood.
High probability it's not, but non-zero chance that it is.
I'll share exactly what I just said out of character in character to anybody who was not there, which is a lot of NPCs and Reese at the moment. Yeah. I kind of look at you all and be like, well.
I want Reese and Khan to roll society checks in the tower, please.
You got it.
These names, the Twilight Child, does that sound familiar to any of you? And Reese, it does. The Twilight Child, you know, is the younger brother of Grand Princess Eutropia, who is the current ruler of Taldor, whereas Taldaris is the first emperor of Taldor. And this is the only place that I can share this art and this wonderful piece of information. This is wonderful.
Want to ask one question. Can you put the map up again? Because I accidentally made the evil lady the whole image.
Here you go.
Thank you.
No problem. But yeah, this is the only place I could share this because this is so great. The current ruler of Taldor is named Grand Princess Eutropia, and she has a dog named Taldagus. He's named after Taldaris, but his name's Taldagus.
I love him.
I have nowhere else to share that information, and I love it.
So she's in danger.
She is in extreme danger, yes. Her, and in addition, the Twilight Child, who is her little brother, who I also have art for, Prince Carius Stavian II. He would be next in line if Grand Princess Eutropia died. And once again, I have no other place in this campaign to slip this art, so I'm shoehorning it in now.
I see.
Here is a lovely picture of Emperor Stavian III and his children, Eutropia and Carius II. I have nowhere else to put that art, so enjoy this lovely image of the Emperor. And that is the current Grand Princess as a child, and the Twilight Child.
This is of Axiom, or like of an area of Axiom?
No, these people are from the Galarian. They're from the Kingdom of Taldor to the west.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm going to say this out of character just so you can understand. The rest of the AP is going back to Taldor, saving Grand Princess Eutropia, finishing up all of the rest of the stuff here. But you guys have somewhere else to go. So I think at this point, when you realize who is going to be killed, I think Taldaris is going to step forward and say, I know that all of you have great need elsewhere on the River Styx, but it sounds like there is great need upon Galarian, and I have sat on my laurels too long here in Axis. I believe this may be where we need to part ways. I shall travel back there, protect Grand Princess Eutropia with my life and her younger brother.
Well,
Please
before
do.
you go, it makes sense. They are your descendants. You would want them
Yes.
to not die. I want to know Alzim's plans, Wasilka's plans, our Yithian
Yes.
friend. What
Of
is
course.
everyone going to be
Yeah.
doing?
So Alzum and the Grave Knight are both going to say, it sounds like where you're going, we cannot follow. Abaddon itself? Hell itself? We would simply slow you down. I think we need to lick our wounds here in Axis and go our own ways, but we thank you so much for saving us from here. But Wasilka looks to all of you and shrugs, and you hear from Charlie,
Well, they took her home. They took her life. But they can't take our thirst for revenge.
as her ghoul smile spreads. So Wasilka will happily go with you as an NPC aide to Abaddon and Hell. But Taldaris is not. Secret Shade, I think, will return to Norgorber as well.
I think, yeah. Do we have any other questions for them?
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought-
if you have
yeah,
questions for the Secret Shade, by
we
all means.
didn't-
That's right, you
yeah.
didn't ask them. So,
I mean, hold on, come back.
Oh, yes, oh, sorry. I thought I could sneak off.
No. Yeah, above table.
mhm.
So our goals, let's review, because this has been a long dungeon, many sessions long.
Like
so
4
let's
sessions, yeah.
so let's go back to the beginning. Like, all right, our goal, we have to sneak into Abaddon via the River Styx. The River Styx is going to have agents of Nyarlathotep and Urgathoa and that whole cabal. They are going to be watchful because Urgathoa has shut down interplanar teleportation to Abaddon. So, like, this is one of the few ways in. We have maybe for one moment in time the good favor of Norgorber. We've done him a favor, and we could ask one in return and be kind of cool and just part ways of just like smuggle us into Abaddon, I think. And the Secret Shade could be our liaison to like talk to him. I think that's like my idea about it. Do you guys have any other ideas about like how we should go about this, or if maybe I'm missing a detail of like maybe there's like a security thing. I'm like, oh shit, we didn't consider that.
I think we crossed our T's and dotted a lot of our I's, so I personally can't think of anything really, because we did what we were told to explore this place thoroughly. So
We did that. We also maybe made a couple, not friends, but acquaintances along the way of the people we rescued. I want. This is going on in Galarian. I want Teldaris needs backup.
Mhm.
I would like to do a sending spell. Do we think we could send some of our who's nearby that kingdom? Like, where is
Great
that kingdom?
question. I believe Cheliax used to be part of it, so let's look. Galarian.
Oh, okay. Cheliax is like, well,
West
Druma is not too far.
It's kind of
away.
southwest of Druma.
Yeah.
So let's see.
It's
Here's
useful.
my Galarian map. Let me share that. There you go. I might have to Google it real fast.
Yeah, because it's
Not on there. Pathfinder,
on there.
Taldor. Inner Sea region, so this is the correct map.
oh, it's probably
Geography,
the southern coast of Cheliax.
20 years, blah, blah, blah. Geography. No, that's not helpful.
Is it next to Andoran? Is it like right there?
It's powerful. Taldor. Yes, it's east of Andoran.
That's actually not far from Shadow Valley.
That's not, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah, it's
have-
to the east. Oh, yeah, Taldor, just to the southeast of Shining Kingdoms. I can circle it on the map. Okay, drawing.
Oh, baby.
Enter
We
drawing
have.
mode. Taldor's
have a-
right there.
Oh, on this. There it is. Boom. Okay, we have some friends that have been training and been sitting idly by in Shadow Valley, but I think they need some field work. I think the kobolds, as well as our Mummator,
Yeah.
and I want the golem to stay. I want
Sure.
Liliana
to chill.
Are they on a Thriceborn?
Because I've still got some undead over there, and like they're gonna run things. But like I think the Mummitor and the kobolds, and I don't know, are we missing anybody else we could send
Chompy?
it? Like Chompy? Chompy he's more of a pet.
All right.
He's not. I don't think he's cut out for high tootin' adventures. I think he should chill out.
You have
else,
the Blood Ghoul.
Blood Ghoul's going to be assisting our.
But I think it would mostly just be the bold ones and Ankh the Mummitor.
I think Ankh could be the muscle that they need to help them out. And honestly, this group of kobolds with a Mummitor and Taldaris, the first emperor, would be a really cool adventuring party.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Oh my god!
All right.
Side quest. Let's go.
So I'll do
a fun
we'll do,
side adventure.
So we'll do works kind of send in and do a video conference call of like, bold ones, we have a mission for you. And like,
Oh, all right, yo.
Basically download.
Yeah.
Save the princess as well as the prince of the kingdom of Taldor. Taldoris, the first emperor, is on his way. I would get the deets on how he's going to get there and where to meet up and rendezvous, but like you need to go out as soon as you can and intercept, like stop this this coup from happening, and then get them on our side. Bring the brochures, make sure they know what's up.
All of their eyes go wide as saucers, and they begin to cheer and dance in a circle, chanting "Quest, quest, quest, quest,
Oh.
quest, quest."
And you know what? I think a more human face might be a good idea because none of you are very human-like. And I'm gonna look to Khan, and I'm gonna be like, we haven't heard from your significant other in a while. Do you think she'd be open to accompanying them on this quest?
She got drafted
She's a
into the
soldier
army.
in the war.
She got drafted straight
again.
up. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Do we have anybody around there that's not like at Shadow Valley that might be able to? That's like got a bit of a human like.
Demirius.
Who?
He's a Demirius is in Druma. That's not that far.
Demirius has ways to travel great distances, right? I think Demirius will probably arrive late, but he'll arrive and be like that
At
guy
the right moment.
We'll just be
and
like,
the
I'm your
Gandalf
dad
coming from the
now.
east.
And the bold ones will be like, Demirius! It's gonna be, yeah. We'll send him a call too.
That's
and
the
be
party.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, all right. So we've got that covered while we
Amazing.
do our thing. Awesome.
Fantastic. So there we go. That's Taldaris' plan. He's going to team up with the Bold Ones and Demirius and head over to Taldor to protect Grand Princess Eutropia, Taldagus, and the Twilight Child.
And we'll tell Demirius to send regards from Lux Et Umbra. We were thinking about him and we wanted them to be safe.
Of course, Vid. Happy to help.
Nice voice.
I've been trying so hard to get my Abe voice down. It's hard. It's way down here. Yeah. But
All right.
so you said that's a great plan. So now you're gonna talk to Norgorber? How are you gonna do that?
Well, I don't think I have a direct line, but we do have the Secret Shade who needs to get back on his good side, right? So I'm going to have the Secret Shade contact Norgorber, and I want to be in on a call. And obviously, by I just know that Cabreri wants to be in on this call too. But like we are each representing different gods here. Does Reese follow a god?
Yep. Bust.
That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, the cat god.
Yeah.
Been a second since the Sirani. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, so we've got Shellin, we've got Basset, we've got La Chupo, excuse me.
Yep.
And then we've got Cabrera. So we are all sort of working for not working for, but representing four gods here that are kind of very different, but also of one mind. So I think we're here in the name of peace and negotiation.
The Secret Shade walks to the center of the room where that magic circle is upon the ground. And it melts into the ground. I think maybe, Shane, you're probably the only one old enough to maybe get this reference. You ever see the Secret World of Alex Mack on Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
The girl
I
who could turn
forgot
into, like,
about that.
liquid?
Yeah.
It's just like that. Yeah, it kind of looks like Capri Sun, almost.
Yeah.
Like a liquid metal.
Turns a Capri Sun,
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns into Capri Sun. And melts into this symbol. And the shadow fills in the cracks in the ground where it's carved into the floor. The lights sort of flicker. And you hear a voice.
I come to you in supplication, Lord. These travelers have bested me. I must beg forgiveness, for I have been led astray, but they have put me back upon your path of darkness.
And for a moment, there's nothing. But then you begin to hear a rumbling laugh. Useless in life, useless in death. Who are you that has taken my right hand and broken it so?
We are representatives of others, gods you may or may not be acquainted with, but who are not your enemies. We have a mutual enemy that needs to be taken down. We intend to do so. And download. Kind of we're aware of the conjunction. We're working to stop Rovagug, who nobody wants to come out because what's the point of ruling over stuff if it just disappears? And then that there's some insane gods, big time, players that are trying to work against the rest of the multiverse. And if we let this happen, it's bad. So we're going to try to take down one of those players in a bad end, but we need to get smuggled in.
Don't like Narlathotep any. This is for certain. Well then, you're able to walk into our house, take out the shade, and even best the stabbing beast. He's here with me right now. Killing him only sends him back. I was curious what happened.
I'm glad that we could not permanently destroy him, as he seems very useful.
He's an excellent tool.
You
Oh, she's a little bit bitter. He got stabbed through the chest with the stinger. It was
I
pretty
like
brutal.
that. I like that one. Of course. If you send me back my shade, I'll send you to the Styx. If nothing else, I can bet on your failure. And with that, the shadows go back to normal. The secret shade rises back from the puddle, looking almost frightened, as a magic rune appears just to your right, Zavid. Wow.
Ooh.
All right.
Can you reload that map?
Yes.
The bet on your failure line was so cool. That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Came to me as though in a vision.
I think what I like about it is that it paints the picture of, like, in life, this guy probably started as like a humble like highwayman and then like worked his way up or something, and it was just always like a gambler, making bets and crossing people.
That's actually pretty much the backstory. Yeah,
Yeah.
Norgorber
I could
was
tell.
immortal.
I could tell
Norgorber
by
was
the-
immortal in life and passed the test of the Starstone, and the Secret Shade was like their rival. They were the Gary to their Ash Ketchum.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Norgorber became a god. He was like, "Hey, you're my bitch now," and then he erased all history of his existence. So the Secret Shade has no idea who it was. If it was male, female, human, elf.
Nice.
I thought about, I think that's what it was. I remember now. We were going to like maybe try to get them their identity back, and like Shax was going to promise that, but then it was sort of like, I think I realized that that's why parlay with the minion when we could just talk to the big man,
Yeah,
Plus, that thing you did with Memento Mori was awesome.
that was so sick.
I kind of left it to you to figure out how that worked, because we talked about it in DMs, but I was like, I'm just going to use 3 actions and see what happens.
And I was like, yeah, I'll take care of it.
So this symbol is for us to get transported, or for us to
Yes.
put the shade in? Okay.
It is a teleportation symbol. The Shade, essentially, you can either send him back, like leave him there, and Norgorber will take him back. That's pretty much what he says. He said, send him back to me.
Oh, I mean, if he knows how to get back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really, I mean, we could destroy him or something, but whatever works.
You could even capture him. That isn't sending him back, I suppose. That's
No, that would be the, yeah,
that'd
very
be the
much
opposite.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I think our business with the shade is done, maybe.
Yep,
Like,
we're good.
with that.
I'll send myself back to my lord.
Good luck. And it
And-
disappears into the shadows.
Good luck to you as well. Gonna need it. All right. Are we ready, everyone?
Yep.
Yep.
Go.
Let's do it.
Okay. So as you step onto the symbol, your vision goes white for a moment. And for a bit, you don't really know where you are. You've used teleportation magics in the past, and it's always a bit uncomfortable and disconcerting, disnerving. Yeah, whatever.
Discordant?
Discordant?
Disconcerting?
Sure, disconcerting. Whatever. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. And
Sucks.
it sucks. Yeah, eventually your senses slowly start to come back to you. And the first thing you notice is the sound. Lapping waves upon rocks, just like a gentle river. But as you listen more and more, you begin to hear moans. As your vision comes to you, before you is a flowing blue river filled with souls.
Ooh.
Upon it floats a boat made out of the ribcage and spine of some creature whose hide was tanned, chained to the side of this coast. And I think this is where we're going to stop for this week.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
That's sweet.
Welcome to the River Styx, everyone.
Let's go.
So next time, hopefully soon, we will begin heading down the River Styx toward the land of Abaddon, Urgathoa's realm. Congratulations, everyone, on finishing the Lost Silhouette. You are out of Axis completely and officially.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, finally, on the way to Abaddon. And so hopefully
Hell sounds
everyone will-
delightful.
Hell sounds delightful after the world of law. Hope everyone will join us. We'll be back soon. And, hope to see you there. Have a great one, everyone.